Good evening, true Mustangs fans. I'm Garrett Sesko, and I'm joined by Evan Smith, Garrett Poe, McKenna Lysifer, Matt Carroll, and, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rick Barat. We're at Falcon Stadium in Fayette County, and we have a much even matchup between the Plum Mustangs and the Connellsville Falcons. Connellsville is coming off a 57-3 loss to Penn Trafford, while the Mustangs a 61-0 loss. Both teams need a confidence boost from winning here tonight. A Falcon to keep an eye out for today is number 12 wide receiver Jalen Rogers, who has 186 receiving yards this season. A Mustang to watch is QB Hunter Linhart, who has 458 yards. Both teams are starving for a win, and you can expect them to play hard and focused. What do you make of this game, Mr. Barat?
Well, Plum's coming off two hard losses here, Garrett, the last couple of weeks, obviously to the Franklin Regional Panthers and to the Gateway Gators. So Connellsville's a team that we pretty much handled the last 2 years. They've struggled a little bit this year, so this will be interesting to see how the Mustangs do tonight. Obviously, it was a little bit of a longer trip out here, Gateway, Franklin Regional, typically in our own backyard. Now we had to drive almost an hour out here, but the sun is starting to set here at Connellsville Stadium as we get ready to watch the Falcons and the Mustangs. So we'll see what Matt Morgan and Coach Adam call here from an offensive game plan. Obviously, Connellsville, guys, isn't as stacked as the Gators and the Franklin Regional Panthers. So looking forward to tonight's game. I did want to mention, though, as we're getting ready for the national anthem here, that the last two times we have been here, we've seen some great play by the Plum kickers. For example, Jake Chapla hit a 51-yard field goal when we were here 3-4 years ago, and Pat McAfee at the time had the longest field goal in Plum history, 48 yards. So Jake Chapla was able to go ahead and beat that record. And then last year, Jackson Gilday had a good game, and also Jackson Gilday in one of the last plays of the game came out and played a little defense and got an interception, so that was kind of exciting. So some good plays by the Plum Mustang special teamers the last two times here. So will that hold over and carry over to Tyler Kolonkowski tonight? We will soon see, but the Mustangs have to right the ship, Garrett. They have to have a good running attack tonight, which they should. And watching a little game film with quarterback Hunter Linhart this week, he thinks he can pick on their cornerbacks a little bit. So we'll see if Hunter's able to hit a deep ball. This would be a game that I'd really love Plum to get the ball and just attack and just go right at the Connellsville Falcons. Play action, go deep, maybe do a gadget play early on and attack and try to get up and then just run the ball, because Plum is a little beat up also. We know Max Matulski's nursing a thigh bruise. Saluka, who I have in class, has a broken wrist. Stitz out with mono. So we do get Seth Northcutt back tonight. So, the Mustangs are a little bit with the injury bug, but this is what happens. And then the next 2 weeks aren't any easier, because you hit the McKeesport Tigers and the Penn Trafford Warriors. So, you got to get this win tonight, get out of here healthy, and then move on to the next week. So looking forward to an exciting game tonight. How about you, Garrett? Anything you want to add?
You said exactly what I was going to say, Mr. Brott. Well, I remember coming here last year, and the Mustangs within the first quarter were up 14-0 on a touchdown that was within 5 plays. I remember
14-7, actually. Remember, Connellsville scored first last year. We turned the ball over. They got the first score, and we were like, oh, no. And then Plum scored the next, I believe, 42 points.
Yes. My mistake. I do remember that.
No.
So, like I said, it's a new field. It's a new year, new quarterback, new class. So anything can happen. So I'm just looking forward to see what the game has to have in store for us.
I think the key to this game is getting good field position. We saw that in the Highlands game. They had good field position all game long, from kickoffs and punts and whatnot. But the past 2 games, you saw they had real bad field position, and that I feel like that's one of the factors in why they lost so badly in those past two games.
No, and you're playing, obviously, Garrett, a good point. You're playing, obviously, against better competition, and then when, they pin you back, you're down by 7, you're down by 14, they know you have to throw, so now you can blitz, or if you rush 4, they can pin their ears back because that the defense knows you're not going to run. So, you got a lot of factors working against you, and this isn't the Ben Roethlisberger-led Plum Mustangs. This is Hunter Linhart. This is high school football. They're not as efficient as Ben and Brown. They're really good, but they're not at that level. So, and we saw Pitt struggle mightily against Penn State in the third quarter. They had horrific field position, and Penn State kept on getting good field position after good field position, and after a while, it just pays, and Pitt came out and drastically on the wrong end. So it'll be interesting tonight as McKenna's getting ready here to get the coin toss. As we see the four Connellsville Falcon captains here. We'll start saying some numbers here, guys. I see number 16 and 6 for the Connellsville Falcons. It looks like Joshua Mayer and Blake Lancaster, and also Garrett 18 and 59. That's Gage Gilliott and Tyler Metzger. So we'll see what happens here. I don't know if they're the official team captains for the Falcons, and we do want to point out also Connellsville sporting a new field here, so kind of exciting. Last year they had a new scoreboard. If McKenna can get a quick shot of the scoreboard, it's obviously digital displayed, beat the one with the regular lights that we were here the first year we were here. And then a new field, so kind of exciting here. Good night for football, 80 degrees, and as McKenna gets the blue and white smoke also coming out, a la the good old Miami Hurricanes, as Matt Carroll's looking at it in disbelief right now. I can't believe they came through the smoke, right, Matt?
Yeah, I saw that right away, and it sure brought my attention to the Connellsville football team.
And Connellsville looking forward to this game because Plum has struggled the last 2 weeks. They feel this is a winnable game. Plum beat them pretty handily last year, sort of a revenge game. So a lot on the line here. The loser does have their work cut out to get that 4th, 5th seed in the playoffs. The winner can set themselves up to get into one of those last playoff spots. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out as they're getting ready for the coin toss.
I definitely noticed it was a new field as I walked in. It was very clean and crisp looking. It's really nice. Got all the additions. I would like to point out that their starting quarterback, Gage Gillett, won Offensive Player of the Week for Connellsville last week.
Okay, very good.
Connellsville will defend the south end of the stadium.
So also they said Connellsville is going to defend the south end of the stadium. If McKenna can turn towards the north end of the stadium as we're waiting for the kickoff, if she keeps on panning over to the left, a little bit more McKenna, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You can see the Olympic oak. That is an absolute world famous tree. That tree, the seedlings were given to John Woodruff, who was a teammate of Jesse Owens in the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. They won their relay race, a gold medal, and those seedlings were given to him by a former dictator out in Berlin. So that tree has been there since 1936. So that is a world famous. That is actually Matt Carroll and I took a picture of the landmark plaque out in front. So that is a world famous tree, and that's been there for pushing 82 years now. So we see Connellsville is kicking off here, guys. We'll start saying some numbers right now.
So as you were talking about, we said that Connellsville has a new scoreboard, now the new field, but they're still sticking to their originality with the oak tree still there.
Yeah, that oak tree's never going anywhere. Never going anywhere, Garrett, trust me. So, hey, we got Connellsville kicking off, guys. Let's say some numbers here. Who's kicking for the Falcons? Number 18 for the Falcons. Is it 18? It is Gage Galot,
who kicks it to the left side, and it goes out of bounds around the 5-yard line, and of course the flag comes out.
So Plum will take over. Plum on offense. Real curious here, just talking with Hunter Linhart today to see how Plum will attack. If they'll play it safe and try to run the ball, because last year they got a little fancy turnover. Connellsville got up. We were able to overcome that. So we'll see if Hunter comes out and attacks right away. We'll see what Coach Adam and Coach Matt Morgan call here.
So as the Mustangs are in the huddle right now, getting ready to takes the ball around what looks like is going to be around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, when you kick the ball out of bounds, they'll move it out to the 40. So Plum obviously is something that Garrett Susko pointed out right off the bat. You know, we need to start off with good field position, starting off the first drive here on the 40-yard line.
This is one way to get good field position.
Sure, no doubt. So we'll see what happens here. Little breeze tonight, not as bad as last year when we were here with the Jackson Rogers, Will Marzina group. Cowbells right next to us. That's awesome.
So Hunter gets its pad, pitches off. Who does a reverse, kicks to the left side. Matolsi misses one block, takes it to about the 50, has room to run, and gets down to the 43-yard line. What a way to make a start for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looked like they're setting up a pitch to Max Matolsky. Looks like he's setting up maybe for a wide receiver option throw there.
That's what I thought.
I saw Reed Martin streaking down the sideline right in front of us, and looks like that play was covered, or Max had some blockers in front of him. So he cut it up the other direction and picked up a good almost 20 yards, 18 yards. So Plum already in Falcon territory to start the first quarter, guys.
Great speed by Max Matolsi on that play. Let's see what they do
Hands
here.
off to
Looks like
Billy
there's
Guzzi.
a run up the middle up to Billy Guzzi there.
Yeah, and also warn you guys, they're wearing the all-white jerseys. So again, like the Franklin Regional game, it's just going to be so hard to see the numbers.
No, it's a good point, Garrett. But the only difference is, I think actually it's going to help being on the field's a little bit darker, and we're a little bit closer with the sun already behind us. So that might help a little bit and get a good look at the shade of the field, because when we go out to Bell Vernon next month, we're going to be on the gold field. Am I right there, Mr. Carroll?
Yes, sir. That will be a interesting game to watch.
Yeah, if you've never seen the Bell Vernon field, it is completely almost a Vegas gold, right, Matt, with black
Yes, sir. There's
hash
gold
marks.
and what, green?
Black.
Green lining?
Yeah, black.
Black lining,
yes.
okay. That's a field that I've never seen before. So
I've never been there. I've only been there once, but it was
Okay.
green when I was there 20-some years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be curious to see that. That will be my first time ever visiting Bell Vernon, so that'll be something to see.
So we got 3rd and 6, guys. 10-15 left to go in the first.
So as Hunter steps in the shotgun, rolls right, looking for a wide receiver. He
Looks
throws it to
downfield.
mid. He gets broken up.
oh.
It was almost deflected.
Nick Sluka there. No, wait. Oh, Logan Brooks there.
Yeah,
And
Logan Brooks.
He tipped it up, almost got back to himself. It would have been a definite first down to about the 20-yard line, but just batted past him.
Looks like the Mustangs are going for it here on 4th and about 6 yards.
Well, I don't know. This is...
We have good field position. Hey,
And also, they're out of the field goal range, so they have to do it. So as Hunter steps in the shotgun,
I don't know. It's a gutsy call. I mean, if you punt it, you can pin them deep. We'll see if Coach Morgan makes the right call here.
Hunter
He's
runs,
gonna run
makes it
it.
to the left side, takes it to about the 33-yard line, but is short.
That'll be Connellsville ball now. They come out on offense.
Yeah, it's Hunter was definitely short by 2 yards, but I think Coach Adam and Coach Morgan are thinking, hey, if we punt the ball, it goes in the end zone, they get it on the 20, it's only a net gain of 18 yards. Hunter runs it, he gets to the 34. If they punt, they start at the 20, the 34, not much of a difference.
But he was very close to getting first down, but he just got stopped right short. If he dove for it, he would have definitely got it. But now as we see the Connellsville offense start,
1st and 10.
steps under, throws a screen to number 6, who went straight through his hands for an incomplete pass.
That was Blake Lancaster was the intended receiver on that play.
Looked like it was a little high there, Garrett, so we'll see what happens next.
So as Connellsville is dealt with at 2nd and 10, they are going to be needed to, it looks like it's going to be a run because the quarterback for Connellsville, I have no idea his number, I'm sorry guys. He throws an option, he gets quarterback sneak and gets stopped for only a gain of 3 yards.
number 16, Mayer, I think it is.
Yeah, Josh Mayer.
Josh Mayer.
and 6.
So they're giving a
Second, third down and 7.
yeah. So the announcer said 3rd down and 6. It was 3rd down and 7. So.
See, a lot what we saw, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, Garrett, a lot what we saw last week with the Gateway Gators, you know, no huddles. That seems to be a thing in the past in college and now the last couple weeks in high school. Franklin didn't really huddle a lot. Gateway didn't huddle a lot, so Connellsville comes right out, ready to attack, guys.
You can hear the band playing Imperial March, which is appropriate for this 3rd down.
So
Trying to hype up, bring the pressure here.
Goes into number 15 for a big gain and gets to about the
45.
Jared
45.
Ozias with the catch there.
Mayor's pass complete to Jared
So
Wright.
like just Mustangs, a big game for them. Connellsville now puts them in Mustang territory.
43-yard line. That was a 21-yard pass play.
His number 16 Mayor gets set under the center. Gives to number 6, who takes it to left
Jet
side
sweep.
and gets about about a 2-yard gain. So
Yeah.
it'll be a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I agree, Gary. I think gain of 2 there, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Falcons as
Small gain on each play, about 2 yards.
they go again to the hurry up. Here is their quarterback, you know, Joshua Mayer. Has them in the shotgun formation.
So it's number 16 Mayer steps up. Number 6 does the option. Passes gives to number 35, who gets stopped instantly with no gain, maybe a half-yard loss at most. So now it's a 3rd and 9 for the Connellsville Falcons.
They definitely lost a yard there, so it's definitely 3rd and 9 for the Falcons.
Bodie Stonebreaker on the carry there.
3rd down and 9.
You'll see, you know, we talked about it for the first couple games, guys. We'll see if, you know, the Falcons here exposed Plum on their first down catch over the middle. Plum, you know, Franklin exposed them a little bit, as did North Hills in the
So
scrimmage.
Connellsville has a trips right, gets tackled and a sack for the Mustangs. So on 4-3, about to be out, depending on what Connellsville Falcons do, they are at the Mustang 45. So I would think that most likely they would try to punt it because they're no way in range for a field goal. It'll be almost a 60-yard field goal. And with a 4th and 12, trying to get a first down is unlikely.
Interesting, guys. Just, I mean, interrupt, Garrett. The quarterback's the up back, so just something to keep in mind here if there's a short snap. But I don't think on 4th and 12. But that's just interesting.
It's a low
Bad snap here.
and it's good kick.
Good.
As he
Very
takes
good
it.
punt there.
Just going to let it roll in the end zone for a touchback.
So as the Mustangs will take it on the Mustang 20, so pretty much starting off with one big gain for both teams and then turnovers and downs. So I mean, or 3 and out or turnovers, my mistake. But it's really good because now that you can see that the Mustangs are going to get better and
presented by Scholastic Sports Marketing.
so as Hunter steps in the shotgun, motions, gives hands off, throws in the middle to wide over number 6, Mike Matulski, who gets about a 5-yard gain before slipping and falling on this brand new turf.
Lancaster on the coverage.
So
About 5 yards on the play.
that's still pretty good for the Mustangs to get 5 yards on the play. That's pretty much average for a first play most of the time. Usually it's most of the time in a run, but on a pass, that's pretty good. I mean, if Matt Matulski stayed on his feet, he could have got at least another maybe yard and a half. But as Hunter steps in the shotgun, ball is hanging out, thrown him, throws it deep
Oh, he's
to
open.
number, I can't tell right now, and just
Looks to be number 9, Logan Brooks there on the.
Good call, Matt.
Nice.
and just barely overthrew him. It was a nice pass, but the defender for Connellsville looks like it is, I can't see. So I think number 8,
Third down and 5.
Chad Thomas. defended him very well to prevent him from getting very deep and catching the ball and most likely taking it all the way in for the touchdown. So as Hunter steps in the shotgun, trips left, passes, throws him right, but there's a flag. He definitely got the first down.
He had to push off. That flag came out
and
pretty
there's another
quick.
flag, what looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on I don't know who, but we will just have to see from the ref. So as the refs converse right now to see what the calls were.
Wow.
So as you heard from the ref, a sideline warning for the Connellsville Falcons. So that means that the next time that somebody's out on the field, they will get a 15-yard penalty. Plus, there was a late hit on the play for Connellsville, so that brings the Mustangs another 15 yards and now into the 48-yard line, sealing the Mustangs side of the field. So that's a big game for the Mustangs to try to pound the defense and try to see if they can get into the end zone to get an early lead in this game. So as Hunter steps in the shotgun, hands off to number 7, throws it deep to number Matulski, who gets defended well by number 6.
Great one-handed Blake Lancaster there with the swat. Great one-handed swat there.
Yeah, he made a really good swat. Matulski was pretty much just standing right under it, waiting for the ball to go right in his arms. And at the last second, Blake Lancaster just swatted it out of the way for preventing a huge
that was a huge play by number 6 Lancaster, because if not, that was for sure going to be about a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, no doubt, Matt, no doubt. It'll be interesting here to see if Plum goes back to the run or if Hunter will continue to attack.
That is a run. Takes it to the middle, gets
Run up
big
the middle,
gain,
block.
misses one
outside.
tackle, misses another tackle, gets a big gain, and takes it about the 40.
That was a great.
The 31-yard line. Huge gain for what looked like Billy Guzzi, who's been off of one tackle, was maybe put down by the 40-yard line and get another extra 9 yards. So smart play by Billy Guzzi to get the first down and more, and now is close to field goal range for the Mustangs.
Really put the moves on him with that spin there.
No, I agree, and it'll be interesting to see, guys, what Coach Adam calls here, if he'll stick to the run or the pass. Seems like, Plum's able to move the ball right now early on both ways. So
Hunter starts on shotgun, hands up to number 1,
Billy Guzzi. Looks like no gain, I thought.
Yeah, no gain. Good call.
Yeah, we're pretty parallel to that there, Garrett and Garrett. So definitely no gain. Second and 10.
Goes into the ball carrier. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
So as Mustangs head up real quick, Hunter's on the play. And what looks like is Hunter going back to the shotgun with 2 wide receivers on the left and 1 on the right. Ball snapped to him. Hands up to Billy Guzzi, who gets a big gain and more, gets about to the 27-yard line, my mistake. And now it's a 3rd and 4.
6-yard gain there by Billy Guzzi.
3rd and 4. That's a toughie for the defense, guys. It can be a quick pass or a run, so they'll keep the Falcons guessing here. And I think obviously from Matt Morgan earlier in the game, it's definitely 4-down territory. So I would assume it's going to be a run, but he might air it out for a pass.
Hands it off to Billy Guzzi, who gets a big gain to the right side, gets about the first down, and
pushed out of bounds by Blake Lancaster near the 20-yard line.
So another first down for the Mustangs, and now is in the red zone.
Now this is, even though Plum did run the ball a little bit against the Panthers and against the Gators, Plum picking up huge chunks here tonight, guys. So, this is where you can draw them in with a play-action pass and hit, whether it's a Reed Martin or Max Matulski or whomever, going down the middle.
So as there's 4:30 left in the first quarter, the Mustangs are in the Connellsville red zone, looking to threaten for a touchdown or get some game points from a field goal as possible. Hands off to Bill Guzzi. Gets another route to the right side. It's about a 3-4 yard gain as he slips on the nice new field. My mistake. And gets about a 4-yard gain.
Seth Coons there pushing him out of bounds at the end.
So good drive here, guys, for the Mustangs. Plum eating up some clock. 4:25 left to go here in the first. 0-0, Falcons and Mustangs. And you know what? I don't know if the last couple plays were runs. I don't know if you're going to see Hunter Linhart air the ball out here. He might keep on pounding the rock. We'll see.
So he takes there's a screen to wide open, looks like, and he takes it all the way into the 2-yard line. What a great call by Matt Morgan.
Looks to be about number 2, Reed Martin.
Yeah, Reed Martin.
Nobody even covered, nobody even saw the screen because they thought that they were passing straight to the end zone. And Reed got a first down, and now is close to the 2-yard line. So now Mustangs are in amazing position to pound this in for a touchdown.
Yes, I agree. And I don't think you're going to see Hunter here, guys. I don't think you'll see him air the ball out at all. I think you're going to see, heavy duty here running it, and Plum does go. That might be Joshua Cummings in the backfield also. I can't tell, but 3 running backs.
Hands it off.
Hand up the middle to Billy Guzzi.
By the 5-yard line. I have no idea.
Little run blitz package there, guys, by the Falcons, and Guzzi for -2.
3, actually.
-3. So now we might see Hunter pass the ball here.
Now, for the Connellsville defense, that was amazing because, like Mr. Broad said, just pounding in. They could have got at least maybe 1-yard gain, but they got past the O-line of the Mustangs and got to the running back for a loss of 3.
Same interesting, guys. Very similar formation here. Same formation.
Miss Hunter takes the back, takes the run, passes to wide. Looks like a wide open number 10.
No, 35.
Looks to be about Larry Scafuri.
Yeah, Scafuri, yeah, I think so.
Went in his hands, which should have been caught. Looked like it was passed right in the bread basket, but.
Now I thought, Matt, honestly, I thought maybe a little high, but still, it seemed like that play was slow to develop.
Yes, for sure.
But, good call. He went to that full house backfield and then went on a pass, and looks like it's the same formation again.
As Hunter is now in a wildcat, I'm guessing. It doesn't look like a typical wildcat, so he misses the
bad snap.
But
He's
now
able to
runs
get
it and takes it and gets staffed by a.
Wasn't Hunter, actually.
That was Reed
Martin at quarterback as Plum went to a wildcat formation. Now this is, I think you're going to have Tyler Kolonkowski come out now, guys. That was almost a loss of 20. 18.
Tyler Kolonkowski's out here for a what looks to be about a 33-yard field goal.
Well, set up on 30. The 23, so it'll be a 40-yarder.
40-yarder.
And Matt, you and I saw him warming up.
He was hitting him from deep earlier. Snap goes off,
and
kick is up, and wide left. Had the distance.
Did have the distance, but it was wide left.
Just a little bit, too. It was looking good all the way up until the field goal post.
So the Falcons will take over. I believe they should take over at the 20. And it might be the 30 where the hold actually was. Let me see. Now the ref's going to put it at the 20.
But, yeah, so like we said, the Mustangs are on a 2-yard line and got a net loss of 21. So a great position for Mustang to pound it in is now taken away, and now the Connellsville offense is back in. As Maris is in the back.
Shotgun formation.
Shotgun formation, my mistake. Ball is snapped to him. Drops back, looks to the left. Throws to number 12, who catches it and gets about a 8-yard gain on my mistake. 9-yard gain, I was right.
That is Jalen Rogers there with the catch.
Good play by the Falcons. Come on, pass on first down. So as we start to go into the end part of the first quarter here, as we're under 2:20 on a running clock, guys. 0-0. Mayer calling the play here from the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it's going to be a run. So Mustangs creep in. That's actually pass. Oh, pressure.
Oh,
This
he
is
escaped it
and a
wide
wide
open.
open.
Wide
number 15.
open.
This is the catch. Wide open number 15 just went a little bit past his head, overthrown. That would have been an easy 70-plus
He could
yard
have
touchdown.
walked into the end zone
I
on
have
that play.
never seen a player that wide open before. There was no one within, and that's not
10
an
yards.
exaggeration. I think 20.
No, yeah, for sure. It was about 20-yard lines. It was a good play by our defensive line to create pressure onto the quarterback. Because if not, if that was a good pass by the
QB
quarterback, that is an
sneak.
easy touchdown.
QB sneak by number 16 Mayer gets about a 3-yard gain, and now it's a first down for the Connellsville Falcons.
First and 10, Connellsville on their own.
So that looked like a surprise to the Mustang defense because they were expecting maybe a run to the backfield, not a QB sneak. And as Connellsville has a first and 10, Mayer is in the back with the shotgun formation. He takes a run and gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, so now it's a 2nd and 2.
Bodie Stonebreaker with the carry there.
Yeah, it was definitely a gain of 0 there, guys, as we're now under a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0.
32-yard line.
Both teams able to move the ball a little bit. Plum obviously more successful.
So as number 16 gets under the centerman, looks like. Sorry, guys, we're reacting to the student section. Oh, snap!
Great.
And was overthrown.
Looks like that was a cornerback blitz there by Max Matulski. Comes in and gets pressure on the quarterback early.
He was like half a second, maybe a quarter second earlier. He would have got the sack, and it would have been a loss at least 12 yards. But it's thrown out of bounds, and now it's a 3rd and 10.
Joshua Mayer took a big hit there, guys. I mean, he's a little slow to get up, and he's not he's a skinny player. That was a big hit there by Max Matulski. So Falcons will be in some sort of passing formation now here. So it is 3rd and 10. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter.
So Mayer gets under center, steps back, pressure, throws another 6, and it's overthrown.
Over the head of Blake Lancaster there.
So now it's a 4th and 10 for the Falcons, and they like to punt. So excuse us on the 2nd down. We were laughing because the Connellsville student section over by the 30-yard line of the Mustangs were cheering on, and as Matt Carroll was with us as the student section leader, we were laughing at him, talking about, we joke around with him a lot about the student section because he's a leader. So his snap comes back to, looks like almost blocked.
Almost.
But it's taken and misses one tackle and gets stopped around the 32-yard line. So pretty good field position for the Mustangs.
That was really close as Reed Martin was trying to switch hands there. He almost lost control of it and would have been a
Fumble.
pretty tough loss of the Mustangs. But good way to keep control.
So, Matt Carroll, let's put you on the spot here a little bit.
Yes, sir.
You're the Plum High School football coach. 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 on your 34. Are we going to continue to attack through the air, or are we going to see Billy Guzzi, some heavy doses of Billy Guzzi here?
Well, see, Plum doesn't have that great a field position, so if I was the head coach, I would try to keep running it like they have been, because they have been getting a lot of good solid yards out of it. Get him to move the sticks a few times. Once they get around the 50-yard line, then that's when I would start airing it out. When stoppage of downs, they could have good field position on a punt too. So yeah, run the ball, which would be my opinion.
No, it's a good call. Plum, I think, has moved the ball well through the air and on the ground. So I don't know what I would actually do here. You want to get back down the field as quick as possible because you had the ball at the 2-yard line and you tried a field goal from the 23.
So as the ref is talking, he looks like he's talking to the sideline.
Looks like there was a flag on the punt. The holding on the return team.
I did not see a
I
flag
didn't
on
see a
the
flag either.
It was. I thought I saw it maybe, but I didn't want to call it out because I didn't want to be wrong. But I thought it was on the Plum side, right by the numbers over there.
So now they're backed up to now what looks like the half the distance to the goal line. So now it's at the 19-yard line. So what could have been great field position for the Mustangs is now what could have been normal field position if it was a kickoff in the end zone.
And now we're down at the our own 19. So Plum starting there here in the shadows of their own goal post. Starting off with 4 wide receivers, though, trips to the left.
So Hunter takes it, hands off to Billy Guzzi, throws
Fake
deep.
handoff, deep pass.
Number 10.
To number 10 of the Mustangs, Brian Huebner, who got defended by number 6, Blake Lancaster, with another great defensive play.
Seems like Blake Lancaster might be the target here tonight as Plum has tried to throw deep to the right. I believe that's the 3rd time now,
Yes,
guys.
it is.
So,
And it's not like they have been bad passes. They've been pretty accurate passes by Hunter Limhart.
he's had good
It's just-
coverage,
yeah,
man.
for
He's
sure,
had real
for
good
sure.
coverage on who's ever been out there. Lancaster's, I think,
Looks to
has
be
been
a pretty good cornerback. He's just small in height compared to our number 7, Max Matulski.
no doubt.
So as trips left, Hunter in the shotgun. Bad snap, but throws left, deflected, caught, misses one tackle, gets big game, but gets missed one
Flag.
but there's a bunch of flags, so I guess Mustangs got caught with a holding call.
Yeah, I assume.
Seth Coons on the tackle there for the Connellsville
If he would have
Falcons.
broke that to the outside, if he'd have broke that to the
That's
outside.
a 90-yard touchdown play
there's
right
no
there.
doubt. Lots of bad things there, guys. Bad
Oh, yeah.
snap, deflected pass, fortunate to get the catch. But I think that might be coming. That might be going against the Mustangs here. We'll see
So
what the
this is-
referee calls.
Rolling on the play on the foul was a block in the back on the Plum Mustangs.
Hopefully, we can get some more cowbells also. That's
Yeah, they are right to our left here.
Yeah, that's and good for Connellsville.
Yeah.
They're into the game, but
As
we take that skit
I
from
was
Saturday Night
surprised
Live, Will Ferrell will get more cowbell.
Yeah, yep. I agree.
So the Mustangs have trips left again. Hunter in the shotgun at his own 2-yard line. Bad snap again. It's a handoff.
Run off to Billy Guzzi
And he
and
gets
is stopped for about a loss of another 1 or 2 yards there. So we'll have a tough third in what looks to be about 19 yards.
No.
And that's obviously, Matt, the last play of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, you have the Plum Mustangs 0, the Connellsville Falcons 0.
Very close so far. We've seen good plays from both teams, but neither of them can just, come up with that play that decides the score so far.
It just looks like the Mustangs are trying to throw so deep and just getting unlucky with coverages. They had so many times with Max Matulski, Reed Martin, and Logan Brooks, who all went deep and almost caught, actually Ryan Huebner, my mistake, who all went deep and almost got it and could have been into the end zone easily, but just got.
Our rookie,
Sorry guys, Mr. Rod wanted us to take a picture with him.
Group photo time there.
our rookie commentator, Evan Smith, joins us now after viewing the game for the first quarter. Evan, what do you think? What have you seen?
So far, just got to get the passes going. Keep it short is what seems to be working for them. When they go deep, doesn't seem to work out too well. So stick with the game plan, see how it rolls.
Well said, Evan.
Quick pause for the picture time here. Looks like Mr. Barad does not know how to
Take a
work
selfie.
a telephone there.
So that's the third picture we
There
just
it is.
taken. And now the Mustangs are on the switch sides.
Mustang cheerleaders were just playing, and the band was just playing Sweet Caroline. So maybe that will pump up the Plum Mustang football team here.
Yeah, I was just about to say that myself.
We were all dancing to Sweet Carolina. It's a
Fake
classic.
handoff to
throws it to no one. I think he was trying to throw to number 50 for the Mustangs. Cooper, who would make absolutely no sense because he is a lineman. So none of the Mustangs are on a 4th and looks like 8.
Yeah, it looked like
I mean
Linhart,
18, my mistake.
looked like Linhart was just trying to get away from it so it doesn't end up with a safety.
Yeah.
8972. It is running, and there's nobody in it. Your lights are on. JWN 8972. Down by, it's a silver Chevy Equinox. Thank you.
So, as you hear from the announcer, that there's a car as a spiral kick is kicked to the number 50-yard line. That's a great kick.
Blake Lancaster taking up the sideline here. Going to be down around the 33, 32-yard line.
Looks to be brought down by Larry Scafuri.
So as
Pretty good tackle there. If not, he had some daylight there, but
So as I was talking about, they're talking about the car. So we have a funny story before we come into today's game. Garrett Poe, was supposed to actually drive to this game with Mr. Barat, and as I pulled out, 2 seconds later, my steering wheel locked up, and I realized Carol told me to pop the hood, and my power steering liquid is dripping and leaking. So
yeah, that was a pretty interesting thing to happen, as Connellsville has trips right,
there's a
screen pass.
and gets
Taken down by Max Matolsi there.
Great play by the Mustangs for about a loss of what looks to be about 12 yards on the play.
Great defensive play there.
So I guess I should keep talking about my car because, man, that was a huge loss, a big gain for the Mustangs, bringing them back about 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 19. So as the Connellsville Falcons hit in the huddle.
Looks like almost like Gage Gillett was going to line up his receiver there, but seems to be some confusion.
Timeout here by Connellsville was taken with 11 minutes and 1 second left in the first half. Score is 0-0.
The coach didn't like what he saw there, so he decided to call a timeout, get everyone on the same page. And if you start a play and not everyone knows what they're doing, there's a 99% chance something bad's going to happen.
Either an offside penalty, false start, my mistake, false start penalty, wrong route, QB just throws it to the wrong person, or stuff like that. So it's a great call because they call a timeout, but now the Falcons are down to 2 timeouts left in this first half. And the Mustangs still have 3.
Yeah.
So as the atmosphere starts to dim due to the sun going down, and it is around 7:42 p.m. right now. So as what we said, like in the fall is going to make way to shorter daylight. So most of these games by the end of the year will be mostly in lights. So as Mayer steps back, takes a handoff, and throws to number
deep
12.
downfield for number 12.
That's Jalen Rogers with the touchdown there. As I mentioned in my intro, number 12, Jalen Rogers, an impact player to watch out for. He was voted offensive player in his first week of the season, and he comes up big there with the play, the touchdown.
That is a 40-yard play by Connellsville, 40-yard touchdown pass.
Sprinted right
Looks
past
to
the
be
secondary, got open with it.
Looks to be a breakdown by our Plum secondary there, as he was almost wide open again.
Yeah, he sprinted right past the 2 safeties.
I thought that it was going way over his head because when he threw it, number 12 was actually probably close to the 15-yard line. The ball was going to be landing close to at least the 4-yard line. So he turned on jets and burned our secondary. And as the kick is good, now the Connellsville Falcons have a 7-0 lead. But he turned on the jets, got a nice over the shorter catch, and the score is 7-0 for the Falcons.
Yeah, I believe either Gage Gillett or Joshua Mayer was on the kick there. But good kick right through. That'll make it 7-0 with 10 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the second quarter. Mustangs need to answer back.
So as now the crowd is getting into the game, the Mustangs need to now deal with this crowd, this raucous crowd that's all loyal and faithful, true and faithful, I mean, against their side, as the Falcons are going to be kicking off to the Mustangs now from the 40-yard line.
It would be smart for them to take it slow, try to take the crowd out of it, march down to the end zone.
I agree. Running the ball, trying to get Bill Guzzi to get maybe on average 3 yards per game. That's going to get them to 3 yards per game. It will be a 3rd and
1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. So I mean, that's a big. Actually, it'll be like a 3rd and 4 because it'll be 3rd and 4 because it's only 2 runs. But still, great field position. Will be great for the Mustangs if they can do this. So as number 18 for the Falcons, Gage Gillett.
They can see the Falcons getting hyped up with their pre-kick little dance you got going
Kick to
there.
the 4.
And has a nice hit on number 3. Takes it, gets past one guy, gets to about the 4-yard line.
Great return by number 9 there.
Logan Brooks. Excellent field position to start off. As I said, that would be the key to winning this game is good field position. That's exactly what they got there.
I mean, he got a lane and he took it. The Mustangs were getting pounded. I saw number 3 for the Falcons, Dyson Rogers, plow over one of the blockers for the Mustangs, but still got to the 40-yard line when they kicked it off and started around the 10-yard line. So 30.
About a 30-yard gain right there, which was big for the Plum Mustangs coming off that 40-yard touchdown pass. See what they can do here.
Looks like a run from the lineup.
And the Falcons are expecting it.
Hunter Linhart runs the ball off to Billy Guzzi for about gain of maybe half a yard there. So that's 2nd down and about 9 yards here.
Yeah, he ran straight into the offensive line and had nowhere to go from there.
No gain on the play.
Guzzi did break off a few big plays during the first quarter. He had the one play that looked like Todd Gurley, broke a tackle, spun around a man.
So I think now the Mustangs will most likely run the ball, or they try to surprise the defense and throw one. But I could be completely wrong, and they will do a run.
Yeah, ever since the first game, though, their passing attack hasn't looked the same.
Now, what I actually like to see is what they did the first play of this game for the Mustangs. Do hand off to Mamatowski, who can try to throw for somebody deep and try to do an option.
Timeout here taken by the Plum Mustangs with 10 minutes left to go in the second half. Their Connellsville Falcons are leading our Plum Mustangs 7-0 here.
10 minutes with 10 minutes left in the half, both teams down to 2 timeouts. Gives the advantage to Connellsville as they do have the lead right now.
The Mustangs need to come out here and answer big.
Yeah, gotta try to score as well as take out the Connellsville crowd along with that.
Yeah, they're really getting into it. You could see them. They're all cheering when Jalen Rogers got into the end zone. They can pure joy emanating from this crowd.
Connellsville is a small city, and they love their Falcons. One of their many fans here from like every ages. Some very vocal fans here, right near our booth.
Yeah, sorry everyone. I wanted to get down and sit on the stand, so Hunter gets down.
We actually saw a Connellsville football banner on our way to the stadium, hanging on just one of the towns in the road, above the roads. So you can tell that this is a very passionate fan base.
That goes back to when Connellsville was one of the best teams in the state many years back.
So it's a 3rd and 7 now for the Mustangs at the 43-yard line. And we should see like if the Mustangs can capitalize on any of these plays. As the Cowboys continue to ring.
All one of them.
Yeah. So as Hunter gets in the back, the snap,
high snap.
Right, rolls right.
Number 58's chasing him.
Throws
Just
it
gonna
deep.
throw it.
And
No.
Knocked out of bounds.
Yeah.
no, it looks like he actually caught it. Oh my gosh. They actually signal a catch.
That's an incredible play if he caught that.
Reinhardt's pass. Complete.
Wow.
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 Amazing catch there. Did you see who that was, Evan?
No, I couldn't see the numbers from over
No
here.
idea, because there was at least 3 wide receivers there, but that's a huge game. That's almost at least.
It looked like
I believe I saw an 8.
it looked like Linhart was just throwing the ball away, but he somehow came down with it.
That's what I thought.
That's a 30-yard gain from what was it, the Mustang 43 to now the Connellsville Falcons 35.
That might have been Nathan Toth there with the catch. Brought him in as receiver.
Incredible play to get his feet down in bounds.
I can't believe how he caught that. I thought it was way out of bounds. The ref's going to make a decision because it was so bad. Bad snap.
Yet again.
Yeah.
Hunter takes it, and he gets stopped behind.
About 6 yards back.
Good call.
Confusion you saw there, uncoordinated. That ends up in a loss for yards.
Loss of about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah.
7-yard loss on the play. It brings up 2nd and 17 from the
So as the Mustangs get in the huddle.
2nd and 17 now after that loss.
As Hunter steps back in the shotgun, trips right. Looks like it's going to be a pass play to the right side, or even can fake to the left side. Throws it to a screen, who is pass thrown.
That was intended to read Martin.
Just too low for him.
Now it's too wide left to him. He was a
Yeah.
perfect pass right to his gut, but man, it was just way left.
I think it was a mix of the two. It was low. It was too far in front of him. You could see him reach out, but it was just below his hand.
So now the Mustangs are with the 3rd and 17, my mistake. And what looks like they're going to try to pass it or maybe sneak a run. So as it trips right again.
With 17 yards, even if you're trying to surprise the defense or run, is not a good idea.
And it's a false start on the Mustangs. Looks like it was number 78 for the Mustangs.
That's going to bring him back to 3rd and 23. Not a great way to follow up the amazing catch.
78, Akil Washington.
Gets a false start for the Mustangs. And it's backed up to about a 3rd and 22.
Plum moving a little bit backwards here, guys. Definitely needs a positive play, specifically on this play. Down 7-0, 8:17 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
So Hunter Sakon looks like he's going to throw deep. Does throw deep.
And it's picked off.
Oh, so close to being intercepted there, but number 6, Blake Lancaster. We've seen him make big plays all night. He's obviously been targeted by Hunter Linhart. Quite a few passes thrown his way there. He's had that one-handed swat earlier, and he was so close to making the interception on that play.
It went right in his hands. He bobbled it up and couldn't come down with it. So now Mustangs got very lucky with almost could be a pick and almost pick 6 possibly. Is now going to be a 4 and out for the Mustangs as they punt it away.
I honestly thought he got it there. He
Bad
came down with it,
snap.
though.
It's blocked.
Oh,
And as somebody touched it, looked like maybe.
I think he forgot that he can be tackled once he picks up the ball.
Yeah, and Connellsville guys starting off in great field position here at their own 46-yard line with a boatload of momentum.
So I don't know who the snapper is, but I don't know who the long snapper is for the Mustangs. But the snapping, these centermen today for these games I've seen at least now 4 bad snaps. You can't have that if you're the Mustangs, because that's just going to make it that everything goes crazy. You ruin pretty much a play. Like 1 out of 10 times are you going to have like actual success out of a play. Most of the time it's just going to be a broken play, and there's going to be a lot of confusion, and it pretty much results in either no gain or a major loss of gain.
Yeah, the last few games, the offensive line has just not been there for the Mustangs. Even today, last week at Gateway, defensive line are just breaking through really fast, and the high snaps aren't going to help that.
By number 15.
Jason Jackson. Oh, well,
Jared Ozias.
So it takes it for about what looks like 5 yards for now a second. Actually, my mistake, looks like more like 4 yards, so it'll be a 2nd and 4 for the Falcons.
Pickup of about 6 yards on the play. 2nd down, 4. Ball is now across midfield. On the Plum, 47-yard line.
So what the Falcons threatening right here could make it go 14-0. The pass looks like it's wide.
Wide open Jalen Rogers right there. Walks into the end zone. Amazing play. Looks like he can be, if he keeps this up tonight, he can be getting his 2nd Offensive Player of the Week award. Connellsville is going nuts right now. Absolutely loving the play by Jalen Rogers.
He just broke his, the quarterback for the Mustangs, I don't know who it was, just broken defense, slipped, and
yeah, it was definitely a broken play there, Garrett. The Mustang cornerback fell down, and the receiver is wide open. It's a little bad luck, unfortunately, here. The last couple possessions for the Falcons have gone extremely well, gone opposite of our Mustangs. So
his kick is up, and it looks like it is good.
7 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first half.
So with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter, Falcons lead 14-0. So what a difference a year makes in the sports, because the Falcons last year were leading 7-0, and the Mustangs went, 47 unanswered points, Mr. Barat?
yeah, it's 42 unanswered.
And now with the Falcons now 14-0, what do you think the Mustangs will try to do to try to possibly punch us in for a touchdown and get back into this game?
I think with the time on the clock, they're going to try to stick to their game plan for this possession. Don't know if it's going to work out this time, but
listen, you have to. No, I agree, Evan, wholeheartedly. You have to put out of your head that you should have walked all over this team. You have to put out of your head that you walked all over this team last year. You're down 14-0. I think you can't try to hurry up, because you're going to create another turnover. The snaps, as Garrett said, been a little bit off. I think you might see Hunter come under center here a little bit, and I think you're going to see the Mustangs go back to the run. I mean, there's 7:06 left to go in the 2nd quarter. There's no time to panic. Plum's been a little beat up on the offensive line. And you know what? They started off well, and ever since we got down into the red zone at the 2-yard line, we've actually went backwards ever since. So I think it might be back to basics. And that's an onside kick there, guys.
Take by number 1, Billy
Guzzi running around the side here.
He's about the 35-yard line.
Pushed out by Blake Lancaster there.
Well, I tell you what, Blake Lancaster's having one heck of a game, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Plum went after him in the 1st quarter 3 times, and he defensed the ball well back in that corner position. Should have had that interception on the other side of the field. So interesting now what the Mustangs are going to call here. Falcons with a ton of momentum. I mean, I'd love to see Hunter Linhart play action and air it out deep, but I think you might see a little bit here. Billy Guzzi here, milk the clock, keep that Connellsville Falcons offense off the field. But then again, I could be way wrong.
So
Evan?
yep. Hunter steps in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers left. There's a run. That's a fake, and it's a broken play. It could have been a perfect handoff to a running back. It looks like probably Guzzi. It could have been at least 5, maybe even more. And they just kept it and tried to throw a screen and incomplete pass. So another thing that the play call was just not right. They should have just, if they saw the hole, just gave it off to Bill Guzzi and he can take it. He would have got at least 5, maybe 6 yards on the play.
So now it's up 2nd and 10.
So Hunter steps in the shotgun, passes it to him, hands it off now. So like I said, big gain for Guzzi. Misses 1, gets it to the 44-yard line, and look at that.
Number 7.
Looks like a 20-yard gain for the Mustangs.
I didn't see who was on the tackle. What was the number, Garrett?
Number 7.
There's no number 7.
Doesn't seem to be listed.
About 21 yards on the play, 1st and 10.
So
Yeah.
21 yards.
Don't have a name for number 7.
So as they hand it off again, because another big gain, look at that. another 7-yard gain. So now second and 3. The Mustangs are now pounding the Connellsville defense.
Because he's doing a great job getting past the offensive line, and then once he's in the open field, he can make them miss easily.
Yeah, I honestly, guys, I think I'd take the ball out of Hunter Linhart's hands here and kind of and Hunter's played well and hand the ball off here until Connellsville can stop the run.
And hands off again. Gets right, misses one tackle. Cuts it, misses one, takes it all the way to the 10-yard line by mistake. And another huge gain for the Mustangs.
Double tackled there, brought down at the 10-yard line.
Another great play by Guzzi. He's really breaking out here tonight.
That was a 27-yard gain, so we have a 21 and a 27-yard gain for the Mustangs.
Guzzi showed some flashes in the game against Gateway. He's really showing it off tonight.
And as what looks, Connellsville takes a timeout to try to stop this momentum from the Mustangs.
You know what? I think Plum here, guys, is in good position. Went a little backwards, Evan, when we were at the 2-yard line. Now they're right outside the 10, a place you hate to be because you got to go that full 10 yards. Plum can still get a first down, guys, if they can get to the 1, but plenty of room here for a run-pass option. Personally, I think I'd try to pound Billy Guzzi here specifically. I would not want to run him to the right, which here is the short end of the field, as you can see what McKenna has on. But I think I would square him up and have him bust up over the left tackle and have him go that way if you're going to run him.
Yeah, he's having a great job just going up the middle. Not so much success going to the side, so I agree with that.
And I think I would continue, guys, to run Guzzi until you can stop Guzzi. And again, you got to keep that Connellsville offense right now off the field.
And Thunder sets on the shotgun. Same play he's been doing for these past 2 big gains in this drive. It's a high snap, misses the snap, and gets brought down to the, looks like the 18-yard line. So, again, Mustangs in the Connellsville red zone and muff this, blow a chance to now they're at the 18-yard line. So now it's a 2nd and 15, what it looks like. So, like Mr. Broad said, there is a chance for the first down, but with how short of the gain for the first down is, most likely it's a first down. I mean, it's like a first and 2nd 15 to get into the end zone. 2nd and 18, I mean. Hands off to Guzzi, who gets stopped and gets about a 3-4 yard gain on that play. So now it's a 2nd and 11. I mean, 3rd and 11, my mistake.
Actually, might be a little bit more than that, Garrett. I think it's going to be 3rd, at least 12, maybe 13. This is tough here because you're down 14-0. You kind of need to get a touchdown, but you got to get any points here. If Plum doesn't get anything, I think you got to bring in Tyler Kolonkowski for a field goal attempt.
And
but
he's already missed one today, so
we'll see what happens. But if Plum can pick up some positive yards, maybe you go for it if it's less than 5.
So
high snap there.
Throws it. Is incomplete.
Right through their hands there.
And as the wide receiver for the Mustangs knocks his head because he realized he had a perfect chance to catch the ball. Would not be the first down, of course.
He's going to go for it, Garrett. He is Coach Adam just gave Hunter Linhart the play. Tyler Kolonkowski not coming out on the field. No hesitation by the Plum coaches. 4th and 13, 4:51 left to go the second quarter. You know what? And maybe it's a good call if you throw an interception in the end zone. You go from the 13-yard line to the 20-yard line. Maybe there's a defensive call.
Trips left.
Let's see.
Hunter rolls left. This is when Hunter gets sacked close to the 20-yard line.
Wow.
Probably would have been a better idea to go for the field goal and then maybe try an onside kick to get the ball back, try to make it 14-10 before half.
Try to do a little gadget play. But now, well, it's going to be up to the Plum defense here. Plum's defense has to come up big here, guys. If you go down by 3 scores, we talked about that. Now, Connellsville's not as offensively gifted as the Gateway Gators, but you get down by 3 scores over anyone. That's a hard road to come back on. So you got to watch out for the deep pass. That's kind of burn Plum here in this quarter. Be interesting if Coach Morgan calls any blitzes to put pressure on the quarterback at all.
It's a hands off to number 35.
That's Bodie Stonebreaker.
And he gets about a 2-yard gain on the play.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Back to what Mr. Barat said, Connellsville may not be as talented as Gateway, but they're right now a very desperate team after last year's blowout against Plum and last week's blowout in their game. So any team that's desperate like this, you can't overlook them at all because special things can happen when you're focused in like they seem to be right now. Got to keep the focus. Don't break off of them.
So as Mayer steps in the back in a shotgun, his pass looks wide open to number 12.
Right over the head of Jalen Rogers there.
Boy, guys, number 18 for the Falcons was streaming right across the middle. Gage, it's not Gilead. They said it earlier, guys. Gage Glott. He was just wide open. And, you know, Josh Mayer just did not see him. So 3rd and 7. Clock stops. 4:04 left to go in the second quarter. Big down here for both teams. Falcons want to keep that clock moving, going to halftime with a big lead, decisive advantage over the Mustangs. Plum has to stop them, get the ball back, and get some points on the board.
So as Mayer steps up, looks to pass. To his eyes to look, roll right,
left.
throws it to number 18,
Wide open.
Gets one tackle, and gets tackled to the 47-yard line. So, like Mr. Broad said, wide open number 18, and Mayer saw him completely and threw it. Could have been a soft pass or even a dart to him, and he would have easily caught that because nobody was in range about 10 yards at most.
Yeah, the combo of Gage Gillett and Jalen Rogers are burning the Plum defense so far in this first half.
Especially Jalen.
But they haven't been running the ball much, so it's kind of interesting.
Especially after last week, Plum's defense was not very good against the run. But then again, Derek Davis is most likely a lot better than anyone on
pitch off to number
roster.
15. He's going to get stopped. It misses one tackle, but still gets stopped for about a loss of 3.
Whole gaggle of Plum tacklers in on the play to stop Jared Azias. And actually, he lost a good 2 to 3 yards. I thought he was back at the 50, guys. I think they gave him a gift, honestly, put him up at the 49. So that will be 2nd and 12. I think if you're Plum, guys, you got to take a chance here on defense. You got to put some pressure on the quarterback and create something here.
Try to get a big play or a sack to break the momentum off of Connellsville.
Yeah, no doubt, Evan. I totally agree. You got to get them out of rhythm here. They've had a great second quarter.
So pass to number 15. He gets a good gain. Should have been tackled for a loss, but gets a gain of 7 yards. So now it's a 3rd and 5 for the Falcons to the Plum 42-yard line.
The Mustangs defense going man-to-man, whether it be for tackles or just coverage, has not been very great the past couple of weeks. Got to work on that one, especially to stop these fast players that they keep facing.
That is their last time out for the half.
Yeah, so Mustangs took a timeout, so now they are down to one. Both teams are down to 1 timeout left in the first half. With 2:30 left, the Falcons are leading 14-0. As a Plum defense, you're suspecting that you need to hold them so you can get at least good field position to possibly get a score in before the half ends. So as the teams are taking the knee, getting the rest, and the Falcons are going to start soon coming out to do this 3rd and 5 play. So what do you think the Falcons, Mr. Broad, what do you think the Falcons are going to do on this play? Try to pass it to number 18 or number 12?
You know what? Honestly, Connellsville hasn't won a lot of games here in the last 2 years. They've never really been put in this position. So, you know, if they're able to go 4th and 1, 4th and 2, it wouldn't even surprise me. I mean, they could play it safe and punt it and pin Plum. It wouldn't surprise me if they went for it. 3rd and 5, I'm throwing the ball. They haven't had much success at all running. If I'm Plum, like I told Evan a minute and a half ago, I'm blitzing, and I'm coming after him hard.
And he stays back. Somebody's blitzing. Throws it to number 15.
That's
Gets a big gain.
Jared Azias there with the first down.
Is it me, or are we calling the same numbers over and over again?
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
same
It definitely
players
is.
here.
Rogers, Azias, Mayer,
Seems like
and
after every play,
Lancaster.
we'll cover one of them and another one breaks open.
No, and again, Plum has to tighten up that middle. That was exposed a little bit by the Highlands Golden Rams and every team we have played since. I mean, they're watching the same film. Plum has to tighten up that middle of the field, guys.
So Mary steps up. Throws number 15. Looked like it was past the line of scrimmage, but I guess not. This is one tackle. Missed another tackle.
Ozias is going to have the touchdown here, making it 20-0 with
No,
one
I think he
50.
stepped out, guys. He stepped out. He stepped out at the 3.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
That's the second throw this drive that it looked like the quarterback stepped over the line of scrimmage, but both times they seem not to call it.
So as the crowd reacts, thinking that he had an easy touchdown as he hit the pylon.
Yeah, I thought he was in too. Guess his knee got down.
So we have 1:50 left to go here. Stunned that the Falcons are down at the 3-yard line against the Mustangs as they've just methodically moved this ball right down the field, guys.
Plum defense just seems to be making the same mistakes over and over again.
There's a timeout by the Mustangs to try to stop this bleeding.
Smart to take one here, albeit maybe not if you get the ball back and you want to try to drive down, but try to break off the rhythm that Connellsville has going on right now.
See, Matt Morgan here has called a timeout. That's Plum's last of the first half, guys. He can't be happy. Probably stunned. He just took his hat off and scratched his head. He's probably telling the defense, same thing we just talked about, Evan. They got to make a play here. Like, you hold them to a field goal. It's going to be hard to come back from 21, especially the Falcons get the ball to start the second half. I never thought we'd come out here, and if they score here and score at the beginning of the second half, we're getting close to the mercy rule here. Which
against the Connellsville Falcons, which in the past 2 years we came here and on paper the Falcons would look like a dominant team. The Mustangs came out and stunned them.
So I don't know if the defense is tired or if they thought they'd walk all over this team, but
I think it's more of that because I've been here a lot today. People were like from the football team saying that they're going to win. They knew all this stuff.
You can't come in with that mindset no matter who you're playing.
Agreed.
Not in any level of. Not pro, not college.
And as
you gotta
16 takes left, throws it, is over his head.
Over the head of Jalen Rogers there.
And has a flag.
Flag down.
It was definitely on the Mustangs. And it looks like number 24 for the Mustangs. I think it's number 24, Seth Norcutt, who got in the face of number 16.
And number 75.
Number 16 for the Rams and pushed him down.
I was watching the ball, guys. I wasn't on the camera. It obviously wasn't a late hit to Josh Mayer, but Seth Northcutt said something to him, and the refs threw a flag. So that's a personal foul. That would be an automatic first down. That'll move the ball from the 3 to the 1.5-yard line with 1:44 left to go.
All season, Plum's been having those issues with getting into scuffles with the other team. He's got to learn to block out the trash talk.
I think he's just trying to get into their head, but doing that after the whistle is not the way to do it. You always want to do it during the whistle so he can be physical and be more aggressive. And as he takes it, Mayer takes it and gets a touchdown.
You can see some pushing in the end zone. Mustangs not happy with this drive.
Number 68 of the Mustangs kept, I think I saw him last time, push Mayer, and then this time when he was in the end zone, push him as well.
Yeah, that'll be
Connellsville jumps out to a 20-0 lead, guys. Well, the good thing here now is Hunter Linhart will have a chance to go and attack here, and we'll see what happens if they're able to move the ball down the field. Plum will start their 2-minute offense. Unfortunately, Hunter won't have any timeouts, but the clock stops, guys, on any first down. That might be offsides on Plum there.
Do you think that if Linhart doesn't perform well in the 2-minute drill, they might give Ryan Huebner a shot to play the second half?
You know what? I don't think. I don't. Evan, Hunter's not at fault here. You know what? You got to go to the 2-minute offense, and you got to get some points on the board. He tried to kick the field goal earlier with Tyler Kolonkowski. Went for it on a couple other fourth downs. So it'll be interesting to see here. Plum's almost in a position where they have to score on this drive.
Especially with the Falcons getting the ball back after halftime.
Oh, no doubt.
Just anything you can do to break the momentum, whether it be a field goal or even blocking the extra point here could help. Just find a way.
Yeah, or if you get a good return on the kickoff, Evan,
Yeah.
you know, they need something. So we'll see what happens here. What's the call when the Mustangs come out? But you know, they'll try again for the extra point.
Now, this is definitely not the start the Mustangs were thinking in the first half. So as they probably go back to the locker room, even if they get the first score for the Mustangs, as long as they get some points, I think Matt Morgan will be happy. If they don't get any points, I think Matt Morgan will get in all their faces saying, "What are you guys doing?"
Yep.
This is going to
Connellsville goes for 2 on the play. Looks like they get stuffed, but another.
And the point after is
Well,
no good.
They get stuffed, yeah.
Well, that's some positive. There's something positive there. So it's 20-0. So we'll see if Plum can build off of that.
They just need to find, if they can get at least one score, I think Matt Morgan won't be as mad at them, because this should be a game where the Mustangs should be battling, and just making it a very close game. I've even predicted it would be a close game. And as the score stands, it's 20-0 Falcons with 1:41 left in the second quarter. My mistake.
Yeah, I think we all thought coming in it was going to be a really tight game with how the teams are evenly matched with each other, but Plum just keeps repeating the mistakes that they have in the past couple games. They got to keep working on that. You're not going to get better if you keep doing the same thing.
well said. Well, like you said earlier, Evan, blocking an extra pointer and a 2-point attempt could result in gaining momentum for the Mustangs, or at least stopping the momentum for the Falcons. Let's see if that happens here.
Kickoff set up with 1:41 left in the half.
And that's Gage Galat kicking off as Connellsville, the Falcons do that little sway before the kick. And
And
it's
an
like also
onside
like an
kick.
onside kick again.
Takes a Plum bounce and gets fumbled. Touched by number 2 for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
Looks like that could have bounced out of bounds. Would have been the smart decision to let it.
Fumbled out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was one of those plays. It's right there on the sidelines. Do I catch it? Is it going to drop? They're right behind me. And it did. Lucky for Plum, it went out of bounds. So Plum starts off with pretty decent field position. They're on the 27. The ball would have went out of bounds. It'll be up at the 40. But Plum going to come out and attack now, guys. Should be 3-4 wide receivers, 1 running back. They got to attack.
And I mean, it's not the coolest night of all time, but it's still a pretty warm night tonight. So, I
Really?
mean,
I'm comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
But I mean, it's not like the hottest night of all time.
Yeah.
So like you said, Hunter throws it, and it's caught by, I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like it's close to
Billy Guzzi.
Yep.
Yeah, good call, guys.
game.
Billy Guzzi. You know, there's no reason. You don't have to rush up there. Clock does stop with 1:33. And then Plum can't snap till right there. Refs blow the whistle, so Plum almost up at the 45-yard line here. Good pass.
They lined up with 5 receivers on that play.
And
False start by number 9, Logan Brooks there.
And that will move Plum back 5 yards, so no big deal.
At the same time, any chemistry or momentum from that play might have easily gotten broken just by the call.
Yes, I agree. Now, but again, there's no rush here. There's 1:20 left to go in the second
Hunter
quarter.
steps back, rolls
Hunter
right,
all day to throw.
throws it. Looks like he's
Good
caught.
catch.
No, incomplete is the call.
Is it incomplete?
Yes.
I think he stepped out of bounds.
Wow,
Gage
looked like he
trouble
caught
in
it.
coverage.
Well, it looked like it could have been a 10-yard gain to make it at least a 3rd and 5.
Second.
Second and 5. My mistake. Is now,
Still second and 15.
yeah, my mistake. I keep saying
Clock
second.
does stop with 1:17 left to go.
You think Plum should be thinking that they should keep targeting Billy Guzzi, because even on the pass game, he seems to be the best player
And as
on the team.
Connellsville defense looks like he's going to try to blitz, knowing that they might go for a pass.
And they
And
break through the
blitz
line.
Hunter misses
Linhart
it,
breaks through.
throws it, and it's just low for
Reed
what looks
Martin.
Like, number 2, Reed Martin.
Reed Martin.
And a 3rd and 15 for the Mustangs. So like you just said, that huge gain that we just got, the momentum just got shut down by the Mustangs.
Now it'll be 3rd and 15 with a minute and 11 on the clock here.
Now there's still plenty of time for the Mustangs to get a first down, get into the Connellsville field of possession, Connellsville side of the field, and possibly try to punch in with a minute.
Got to get the
left.
first. Got to get the first, or you're punting, Garrett.
So he throws it, and it looks like it was
flag. I think we got a late hit,
yep,
guys.
Flag.
I think Hunter was hit late at the 30-yard line.
So that's a 15-yard penalty. So that's a first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that'll be a sportsmanlike 15-yard penalty. So that will move Plum up to the Connellsville 46. So.
Indication is roughing the passer against Connellsville.
So yep, first down for the Mustangs. So what could have been 4th and 15. Now they got a big gain. So now it's a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs in the Falcons 45.
That's a drive. That's a drive starter right there. As you know, Seth Northcutt might have taken a undisciplined penalty. On first down to move Connellsville a nudge closer to the goal line. That was an undisciplined penalty there. 1:07 left to go in the second quarter. Plum enters the Falcons' territory. Hunter and Linhart will look over that defense.
And as they look like they're about to blitz again, Hunter steps back, throws it, caught, gets about to the first down. Is that first down? So
no, not a first down, Garrett.
Yeah, just short of it.
No, they are getting.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Did get the first down, gain of 11 or 12.
I think it looks like it's 10 or 11 on that play.
So that'll be take it up to the 35.
And they also stepped out of bounds, so with
Stops
1:01
the clock.
left.
That's a good 6-second play. Get 10, 11, 12 yards.
You got 1 minute to move 35 yards.
Yeah, he might do that again, guys, because that free safety, as McKenna has it on the screen, the free safety shifted over to the right, single coverage to the left.
Throws it, has a deep overthrown. I don't know who it is for the Mustangs, but man, Plum
yeah, it's hard to see the whites on white, but boy, when you're down by 3 scores, you kind of need to catch all those breaks there. So
I mean, the Connellsville had 2 breaks like that, and they caught it and took it for the end zone. He had a wide open play. He could have just sprinted out a little bit more. I mean, probably the offense by now is super tired. So as the Mustangs go back to the same formation, the shotgun trips right.
Free safety back in the middle of the field now.
The Mustangs offense needs to look out for number 58. As you see him, he got through the line right there. He's been doing that all game long. That's Cameron Wormack.
Boy, I really
once again
think Hunter should
receiver.
have tucked that and ran. He could have had.
Yeah.
He could have had. He was right. There was one linebacker right there at the 30. Hunter was full run mode.
Yeah,
so.
worst case scenario, he still picks up 5 yards on the play.
Agreed.
I would have seen 10, maybe more on that one.
Yeah, all he had to do was get past the one linebacker, and he could have been free.
So it's 3rd and 10. Got to get the first before anything. Now it's trips to the left.
And as he snap is thrown, throws it.
Well, that's interference. He hit him before the pass was there.
Flag.
Yeah, flag's up.
That's another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because the Connellsville player, guys, I didn't see the number.
That was number 8, I believe.
Yeah, he was clapping it right in front of the Plum player. So, again, another undisciplined penalty by the Falcons, 15-yard penalty. That will move the ball up to the Connellsville 20-yard line as we enter the red zone. And so 30 yards and penalties on this drive. The Connellsville coaching staff cannot be happy at all. So
and that was another 3rd down. That could have been a 4th down.
Absolutely.
15-yard gain, and now a second first down for the Mustangs on a penalty.
Gateway had a lot of those unsportsmanlike conducts, too.
Yes, they did.
It's basically free yards. You got to take advantage of those.
You know what? You could actually. I mean, you can almost run on a play. I don't think you will, but that could be an option.
So Hunter steps back.
Especially with how Guzzy's been performing in this game.
Got to get rid of it, Hunter.
Number 50 is going to bring him down there.
Yeah.
Got to hurry up to the line. 30 seconds
Lost
left to
about
go.
4 or 5 on the sack.
Yeah, Chandler, do it.
Loss on the play.
25 seconds.
So as Hunter gets on the snap, looks like he's going to spike it, and he did. With 20 seconds left, kind of a slow
So
start.
that would be 3rd and 13 now.
I say you go for one more play, see if it works. If not, try to spike it, get it out of bounds, and go for the field goal just to put something on the board.
I think they're going to try to go for all. With 20 seconds
Might get
left,
in the end zone here.
in down 20-0, they need to get some momentum, if any. I mean, a field goal will give enough, but I think a touchdown would greatly increase that momentum into the halftime.
Got to get to the 10-yard line.
They
Get that
just need to be
first
more
down
accurate
to
with his
stop the
passes.
clock. Got to get
So
to
it's
the
Hunter
10 to
cuts back.
stop the clock. He has to
Rolls
get rid of
right.
it.
Sprinting now. Oh, number
Fumble.
20
Fumbled.
knocks it out of his hands.
Picked back up by Linhart on the fumble. 40-yard line now.
And with 10 seconds left,
Connellsville takes over. On down.
Again, the offensive line just letting a couple DLs break right through them.
and
I think he's just going to air this ball out deep
9
for a Hail
8,
Mary pass here. 5 seconds left to go.
throws it,
And muff
Ah.
snap.
misses,
They really need to work on
rolls
snapping.
run, throws it.
Caught behind the line, unless it was out of bounds there.
Yeah, that's the
And-
last play of the half anyhow.
So as we go to halftime, the Mustangs had a great chance to put it in the end zone with a 2-minute drill, and it never happened. So now the Mustangs are down 20-0 against the Falcons, as the Falcons will start with the ball the next half.
Yes, that is correct. So now we'll get ready here for the Plum Mustang band, followed by the Connellsville Falcons band, guys.
Winning number 232-736. 232-736. If you have the winning number, report down here in front of the press box. $635.
Good evening. The Plum Mustang Marching Band is proud to join musicians all around the globe who are celebrating the great Leonard Bernstein Centennial this year. We are celebrating in one of the best ways we know how, with the music from the iconic West Side Story. The show debuted on Broadway in 1957 and was soon followed by a 1961 film adaptation. The band is under the direction of Bethany Lloyd, assistant directors Michael Buckstein and Megan Mistaken. Kid construction is handled by Dana Gray, while the band run is expertly conducted by Christine Andrews, Jessica Clark, Laura Del Vecchio, Jenny Festa, Sam Casarello, Suella Riles, and Amy Kirchner. Tonight, we like to be in America. In today's fast-paced world, one important lesson from West Side Story always holds true. It never hurts to just sit back, relax, and play it cool. West Side Story is based on Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, but instead of the Montagues and Capulets, features the heated disputes between the Sharks and the Jets. The band presents one gang's expression of loyalty in their next piece, the Jet Song. There's a place for us, all right, and it happens to be right here on this field. When we perform together, you can say that we are playing with one heart. We thank you all for your attention, and happy centennial to Leonard Bernstein.
on this way because
Yeah, no, I know that, but like, how are they set up? Because Penn Hills and Woodland Hills has always been around. So, Gateway always been around.
also want one of the good ones this time. Same. Well, actually, no, I like the one I had. I mean, I had to like adjust it like 8 times to get it so you could hear me, right? So. Back to being a strictly professional for our YouTube viewers. 63. I know the person is like, I'm 63. I watched much of that game. Oh, that's a cool picture. I have a smiley face.
Again, we have the winning number on the 50-50 on a white ticket for $635. The winning number 232736. 232736. If you have the winning number, take it down under the stadium to the Parents Association. Most exclusive little game. These are all halftime. So during halftime, Jeanette 42, Avella 0. In the first quarter, Ed Trafford 14, McKeesport 3. In the third quarter, Jerry Area 21, Mount Pleasant 7. At the end of the third quarter, Franklin Regional 28, West Midland 0. Couple other scores in the third quarter. Yup, 13, Clear Lakes 13.
Okay, we are back to begin the third quarter.
17.
Tell us the score, Evan.
Right now it's 20-0 Falcons. Mustangs played a very sloppy first half, making some of the same mistakes that I've been pointing out for the past couple weeks now. with their man coverage, offensive line issues, and special teams problems.
Connellsville's, I thought, looked really impressive today. They've come out. Jalen Rogers has 2 touchdowns. They quarterback sneak to number 16, their quarterback, Josh Mayer. They came out and stunned the Mustangs so far, what we thought would be a really close game here in Connellsville. Their crowd is behind it a lot, and I think that has something to do with it a little bit too. So Mustangs just really looking to get back on track here. Build momentum.
We for sure need to have a big second half here if we want to come out and keep our playoff hopes alive.
Kickoff is made and recovered by the Falcons at like the 15-yard line. Breaks 1 tackle and is around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you know what, guys? Plum's going to have some breaks go their way. And when I say breaks go their way, like almost every break here, I mean, 3 touchdowns is a limit. That kind of botched, failed 2-point conversion by Connellsville could be a big factor here. Plum's going to have to pretty much hold Connellsville to 3 plays and out, short drives, and Plum's probably going to wind up here with anywhere between 5 and 7 if we're lucky, but 5 possessions, and they're going to have to score on 3, maybe even 4. So, and that's without a turnover. So we'll see what happens here as Connellsville starts off 1st and 10 at their 30, up 20-0.
Shotgun snap, handed off to their running back. Breaks 1 tackle. Looks like a gain of 3 or 4 yards.
Bodie Stonebreaker
breaks 1 tackle, and he gets taken down by number 24, Seth Norcutt.
And I think you're going to see Connellsville run the ball a little bit here, guys, because we talked about at halftime, off the headsets that, Connellsville hasn't been in this position a whole heck of a lot here in the last 2, 3, 4 years. So they're going to play it safe. They're not going to try anything risky because it could come back and haunt them, and they want to keep that clock moving. So it would not surprise me if we see them run it.
For sure, run
or
the clock
a short
out.
pass, Matt?
Looks like they're lined up for another run right now. And they are. Nope,
Fake pass.
It. And
taken.
Intercepted. Who is that, guys?
Number 3. I'm sorry, I do not have the number sheet on me.
That's James Rose.
All the way up to
number 3,
almost
James Rose with
line.
the interception. Big play there and a pretty good return, too. About a 30-yard, 25-yard return.
Up to the 27-yard line. So
exactly what our Mustangs needed here to start the second half.
Needed.
So you get a turnover. So here's possession 1 is there at the 27-yard line.
James Rose, the transfer from Penn Hills, with the interception on that play.
I believe we should lean on Billy Guzzi again, see if he can continue the play he had in the first half.
I agree.
I'm sorry, Matt, go ahead.
One positive that the Plum Mustangs can look forward to is their run game. They had a few big plays with Billy Guzzi, so I feel we should definitely try to exploit that. As Hunter Linhart is in the shotgun, takes a snap, looks for about a screen pass to Billy Guzzi. Billy Guzzi breaks a few tackles, is up to the about 23-yard line.
Might be at the 20, might be at the 21.
Yeah, Guzzi's taking real advantage of the opportunity he has because Jimmy Schwab and Preston Sunday are 2 other running backs. They're both out for the game.
Evan, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think you're going to see a lot of Billy Guzzi here. I mean, you don't have to pass the ball in every play. You can run it. It's 2nd and 4.
He also is making an impact on the passing game if you want to do that too.
Sure.
Hunter Linhart takes the snap here.
Drops back, looks back in the end zone.
Open.
Broken up.
Can't come down with it.
Linhart's pass. Broken up by number 18, Gage Gillard in the end zone.
I think you're going to see. I think this is 2-down territory. I think if you're Plum, I'd run it on this play, guys.
I agree.
Even if you gain 2 yards, it's 4th and 2, and that's a makeable 2 yards, too, if you run it.
Yeah.
I think I'd spread them out, and I'd run Guzzi and let him pick a hole and squirt up the middle, honestly.
I agree. He's sure shown us this season that he is capable of doing so. Hunter Linhart takes another bad snap.
Has to get rid of it.
He's just going to run with it.
Oh, no, fumbled again.
Picked up again by Plum. And
wow.
Looks like they might have gained a couple yards.
For that being that play, Hunter Linhart tries to do almost a shuffle pass as he's taking down, and it looks to be about a fumble, and Billy Guzzi scoops it up and tries to make something out of that play, but is not able to.
We
Yeah.
caught a
Go ahead, Garrett. I'm sorry.
we caught a real break there as we fumbled twice and managed to recover both times. That was real luck there.
So the ball is placed here at the 29. Plum has to get to the 23. 2 down. Obviously, Plum's going to go for it. 4th and 6 here.
That's the sixth muff snap of the game. You just can't have that happening.
No. Looks back, passed for
Oh,
Dove for it, but wasn't able to grab it.
Pass is incomplete.
So it looks like you're going to bring out the field goal unit. But
No, that was 4th down, Evan.
oh, whoops.
So it's a turnover
That
on.
was
That's a turnover on down. So
Thought that was third down.
again,
try.
when we're down by 20 points entering into the second half, we have to go for it on 4th down, and we can't have those mistakes that we were having.
So we just erase everything that's happened here in the
Yep.
beginning of the second half. Let's start again, unfortunately,
Yeah.
for the Mustangs.
One thing Connellsville is using to their advantage, when they get the momentum, they ride it and they can score off of it. So far, Plum hasn't been able to do that.
they want to stay in this game. They got to make as many. They got to bank off as many opportunities as they get. And that interception, they just didn't do it that time.
Oh,
Looks like,
good miss
Hand
tag.
off.
Blake
number
Lancaster.
Falcons winner. Just looks
Runs
like a
a
gain
lot,
of 2
but
or 3
about
yard
only a
line.
gain of 3. Second and about
7 or 6.
6 yards.
Boy, they had him back there for
Yep.
a loss.
28-yard line.
And, I think Connellsville, if they're smart here, guys, I don't understand why Plum didn't run the ball there on 3rd and 4.
Neither do I.
And
Second
I don't
and 6
understand
now.
why Connellsville is not. They didn't run the ball on 2nd and in their first possession. Like Connellsville got to eat up some clock here. I'd be stunned if they passed this ball.
Yeah,
I agree.
their running backs started to heat up at the end of the second quarter.
Pass.
Linebacker
Unbelievable.
blitz.
Boy,
Getting
he's
chased
under
down on his
major
back.
pressure.
Tosses
Just has
it out
to
of bounds.
throws it out of bounds.
That play call is I don't understand the play
Astonishing.
call. Astonishing. I mean, the clock now stops.
Yep.
It is 3rd and long, 3rd and 6. You're playing right into Plum's hands.
I honestly think it's lack of experience of being in this position.
I mean, you might be right.
I can't remember when was the last time Connellsville has been leading by 20 going into the third quarter.
They should really consider running it on this play. You're gonna eat up another minute, and then you're gonna punt the ball if you don't make the first. And they're taking time off the 25-second clock. I mean, we don't have one here, so we can't count down. It got to be close.
Mustangs
Has to
need to
be.
stop the big play on this one.
Drops back, looks for the pass,
Wow.
Breaks
Good
to a
passing.
bunch of them again.
scrambles.
Scrambles.
Oh.
He is
Big
short.
hit there.
Just short.
He had to get to the. Whoa, well, it's close. He had to get right before the 35, and he is right.
I don't think they're giving it to him.
No,
Yeah,
he
look
didn't. That
on.
was a left-footed
Yep.
spot, guys. If the ref marks it with his right foot, that's a first down. That's 4th and less than a yard, and you can get that on a quarterback sneak.
Exactly.
They're going to go for it.
Boy,
Is-
I don't know. You can get, but boy, if there's a fumbled snap or something, you can't. You're up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, there's no reason to be going for it.
They're measuring it now. Looks so close, they might have to pull the note card out.
Oh, he's short. Wow, inches. I think they're going to go
4th and
for it.
inches.
He's such a big quarterback. He should be able to get that. They're not punting.
Yeah, looks like he's going to sneak it on this play.
Yeah, which will be good for them because they can probably run. If they run the ball, they can get this clock down to the halfway point of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Look to see a handoff to Bodie Stonebreaker here.
If not, just a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Announcement here, there's a Dodge with handicap license plate 4040E. It's parked across the street in the railroad parking lot. It has to be moved. It has cars blocked. A Dodge with handicap license 4040E is in Edward.
So with 8:17 left in the third, they're finally lining up.
Thank you.
4th and inches.
Can someone explain to me why
They're
they're
not
running
under
shotgun
center.
right now? I am stunned. Timeout, Connellsville. And now you've used one of your timeouts.
Yeah, that.
I do not know anything about football.
Timeout by Connellsville
Yeah,
with 8 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Connellsville up 20-0.
Play calling's been off on the second half so far compared to how they finished off the first quarter.
No, I agree, Evan. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. When Connellsville had it at the 1.5 yard line, they ran a quarterback sneak for the touchdown, correct?
Yeah.
So now you have it 4th and inches. Why is your quarterback in a shotgun formation? You put him under center, and you have him fall forward, and you can get this clock under 6 minutes, maybe 5.5.
And even if you're going to hand it off, by going in shotgun, you're just adding another 3 yards to what the running back would have to go to.
Correct.
I haven't seen anything bad from the running back so far today to make them think not to trust him or even a QB sneak.
And after the timeout, he is still lined up in shotgun.
Maybe they try to draw
They got 2 guys out right. They're going to...
He runs it,
first down.
So it ended up working after all, but still.
So it is a handoff to...
Looks like there's an injury on the play for the Mustangs. Somebody is slow to get up.
Yeah, I can't see the number on that.
I think 77.
Number 77.
That's...
Aiden Wetmore.
He's coming off the...
He's hobbling a little bit.
He got up pretty fast, though, so that's a good sign.
Coming in now, number 50, Cooper Auble.
First and 10 Falcons.
Well, clock's running here, guys. We're under 7:40 left to go. Third quarter, Plum down 20-0. Whistles going all over the place here as play comes to a halt. It's a 5-yard penalty against the Falcons. Delay a game. So they'll move them back.
So lined up in shotgun, 1st and 15.
Mayer with snap.
Drops back.
And he's going to rush for it. Taken down behind the line.
Taken down by a loss of 1 or 2 there. So second and about 17 yards there.
Yep. Waiting for this. Yep, 2nd down and 17. 2-yard loss on the sack. Connellsville keeps lining up shotgun, even though they haven't had much success in the second half with it.
Quick pass. He's looking. No, everyone's covered.
Number 6,
One
Blake
wide
Lancaster's open, and he's going to catch that ball.
Pretty good gain on that play, Garrett. Probably got about 10. Still going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and about. Oh, there's a flag.
Looks like
there.
there's another flag.
And that's going to be against Plum for unsportsmanlike conduct, which will
And
be.
there's the 1st down.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down. And
Just with the celebrating after the whistle, it's one of those easy penalties to not take.
3rd and long, you cannot take a 15-yard penalty down by 3 touchdowns. Matt Morgan has to absolutely be beside himself.
Yeah, there's no reason to celebrate when you're still losing by this much.
You're down, and now you're already. You've had 1 possession. You're at the halfway point of the quarter. I am just amazed.
Yeah, no reason to start celebrating until you have some points on the board. So now 1st and 10 from their 50-yard line, or up near the 45 actually.
47-yard line.
47. So they start in Mustang territory after the penalty. Once again lined up in the shotgun.
Watch for the jet sweep. Fakes the jet sweep. Pressure.
Starts running around.
Wide
open, number 15.
Jared Ozias there with the catch.
Down to the 32-yard line.
Brought down by number 85, Rocco Caprera.
So a gain of about 15 yards. So yet another 1st down for Connellsville as they're getting right back into the groove they had in the first half.
About a 15-yard pass play. Ball is now under Plum. 32-yard line, 1st and 10, Connellsville.
Quarterback under center for this play. Looks like could be a handoff.
Handoff right up the middle. Taken down quickly for a loss of 1 by what looks to be about number 24, Seth Norcutt.
Loss of about a yard or so on the play. 2nd down.
2nd and 11 now.
11.
When you get this close in the zone, Mustangs need to worry about covering the 2 wide receivers that were dominating them in the first half.
Yeah, Jared Ozias and Jalen Rogers, especially Jalen Rogers. He had 2 touchdowns.
As well as Gallon Gage.
Gage Gillett.
Gillett, yep. Whoops. Shotgun. Quick pass.
hooking ladder.
It over. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Falcons. Very creative on the play there.
Good play.
Wow, what a play call there. Hook and ladder.
Got to have a lot of respect for trying that, let alone after it works out so well. But they got a man down on the play. Plum does. And he is... Looks like might have gotten hit in the head off of there based on how he sit laying down. So it's going to be an injury timeout for the Mustangs.
Don't know who it is.
That was a
right now.
gutsy play by Connellsville. We got to give him respect where respect is due.
Yeah. Did not expect that.
I don't think I've ever seen a hook and ladder in a high school game before.
I don't think I've seen it.
At least
Period.
a game that I've broadcast.
That just shows how much confidence Connellsville has after that first half. The Mustang man player is still down 22-yard line, hasn't moved much. Picking him up now.
Plum's going to need a turnover, guys. I keep on saying I'm stunned watching the broadcast. This team looks totally different from the team that played against Highlands. I mean, this team even had life in blowout losses to the Panthers and the Gators.
I agree. So I have no clue what is going on with our Plum Mustangs here.
We cannot stop the Falcons.
I think the teams are catching on to the same mistakes the Mustangs have not been improving on. Because I can point out the same things from this game as last game. Not much improvement off of them.
Someone has to step up and make a
Somebody,
play.
yes.
That was Nick Sluka who's injured on that last play.
Oh,
Almost picked off.
again.
Overthrown, incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
The Plum Mustangs, we just need we need to realize that our playoff hopes are on the line here. We lose here,
You got to think we're done.
it goes out the door.
Well, if they lose this game, guys,
A lot of things are going to need to
well,
become
they will
in our
still
favor.
need. They will have to beat Albert Gallatin and Latrobe,
Yep.
and they will need Albert Gallatin or Latrobe to beat Connellsville. So there's a tie for that last spot. But
Which could happen.
which
but
could very well happen. But
It's still very unlikely at the same time.
quarterback rolls
Mayer
back.
up here gets hit hard.
About 8 or 9 yard gain there. So it's going to
Yeah.
be 3rd and short.
so now and Connellsville's doing the right thing here. Clock's moving. Plum's had 1 possession this quarter.
Only 4.5 minutes left in the quarter.
Yeah, well under 4.5 now, Evan. 3rd and
Still running, yeah.
to about 2.5. Scoreboard says 3.
Oh, wow.
I've
Oh,
never
no.
seen that happen before either.
Oh, no.
I have to. Garrett, did you have that on? Are you on the quarterback right now?
I'm
didn't
not
even-
sure
yeah,
if
he was
if
in the
the
bottom of the
audience is
frame.
it
He
was
in
able
the
to see
frame?
that, but
Did he just walk on the field?
Number
walk over and
16,
just fall right
the
down?
quarterback Meyer, he got to play from his coaches, was walking into his huddle, twisted his ankle, maybe twisted his knee,
He
and just went straight
he
down.
went straight down
I
on the
just
way
looked-
back to the huddle.
Yeah, I just look over and see him on the ground.
I have
It
never
happened
seen
too
that
fast for
before.
me to catch.
I saw earlier that play. He was taken down really tough, like really aggressively.
Yeah, it was a good
but
hit. I mean, he
Yeah, it
powered
was
his
n-
way down
Yep.
to the 12-yard line, Matt, maybe the 13, and he kind of came back, and I just caught out of the corner of my eye, just saw him flop right down. I don't know if he's winded or if he got to be cramping, right? The trainer
Has
has
to
his
be.
calves.
Still
I mean, just dropped right like a ton of bricks.
Still a very scary sight to see.
Yeah.
As he's still down. Yeah, it looks like they're holding on to his calves.
Here comes Rich Evans out onto the field right now. He's actually the athletic director for the Connellsville Falcons.
Based on how he's moving, I think he could have suffered a pretty big injury on the last play and kind of tried to shake it off. And then when he walked out,
The adrenaline
Just
pumping.
couldn't.
Yeah, just kind of collapsed here. And we
They-
have an injured player here who's been down. I don't know if Garrett can get, I believe it's number 59 on the bench there for the Connellsville Falcons. He's been there for a while. Tyler Metzger, he's been laid out here
They've been working on his legs
for this whole entire quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing really good against us in the first quarter.
Yes, so the quarterback will have to come off for a play, and this is not a good play to come off, obviously. It's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he's sitting
No
up
matter-
now, still not moving his
No matter
right
what
leg.
team you are rooting for, you never like to see this.
Yeah.
No. And he,
It
I don't-
seems to be that he
It looks like they
cannot
can't put weight
any
on his foot.
pressure.
yeah, I don't.
I hate to say it, but from how he's on the ground, I think he might have torn a calf or something, possibly.
He seems
Could
to.
just-
He's walking real
He's walking
gingerly.
off, yeah.
I think it was a cramp.
Yeah, I agree. I think he
Cramp.
might have been winded.
He might have pulled,
maybe
might have pulled something in
may
too.
have pulled some. I mean, he's hobbling pretty good there on his right leg. So Connellsville, we got to get a new quarterback number here. We'll see who they put under center. Maybe they'll go to a little wildcat, try to get the first down and keep the clock moving.
Looks to be number 18.
They said it's Gage Galat, so he's going to be the new quarterback here as he runs out of that shotgun formation.
Gage Gallat has been doing really good lineup as the slot receiver,
Yes,
so it's
he
pretty
has.
interesting to see him move to the quarterback position.
Plum's coming
Takes
after
the
him,
snap.
guys.
Gage Galot actually played
And
quarterback
he's gonna
last
get-
week.
No, he breaks through.
Wow, he almost squirted out for a first down. Plum had him almost sacked there for about a 8 to 10 yard loss. And so
Now
that's
comes
going
up 4th and about.
Another thing with the Plum defense, they don't finish their tackles, so they're letting lots of players break through, which should be easy losses.
And this here is a big field goal coming now for the Falcons to go up by almost a full 3 scores in 4
I
scores
agree.
almost. If Plum would have to make some 2-point
Plum needs to bring the
conversions.
pressure here. Snap is up, kick is up, and it
And
is
I think that's good, guys.
And the kick is good.
Number
3 minutes.
So it's now 23-0.
Connellsville is
Falcons.
leading 23-0 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left remaining in the third quarter. And by Connellsville perspective, that was in great possession.
I honestly believe if the Mustangs don't score on this drive, the game's over.
It might
already
be, Evan.
Gage Gillett is no stranger to playing quarterback. He played quarterback in the last game when Mayer got injured, and he won Offensive Player of the Week from the Connellsville Falcons.
Is that right?
Well, I've
Yeah.
been looking up some information,
That's-
guys, during this last drive. The last time the Falcons have won a conference game was the year 2015.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they are a little overdue. So it is obviously 3 years.
Yeah, coming in, both of the teams were looking for their first conference win on the season.
Sure. Well, Plum down 23-0, still within
Connellsville
3 scores. It would have to go 2-point conversion, 2-point conversion. But, Plum has to move the ball and get a touchdown. And Plum's essentially going to have to. So Plum probably has 3 possessions left, maybe 4 if you get a turnover onside kick. Plum's going to need a good kickoff return. They're going to need something here, guys. Good
very
kick.
nice kick. And
Back
that's
in
going
the
to be a
end
touchback.
zone. Rolls out.
Kick goes through the end zone.
I think now you've taken Billy Guzzi a little bit out of the game here. I think maybe Plum now has to roll the dice a little bit, guys. Matt, maybe you go play action of Billy Guzzi.
I agree.
I don't think we've targeted Max Matulski much here in the second quarter or third quarter. Don't know if Max is coming out or if he's hurt, but boy, I think I'd send someone, maybe Max on the fly pattern, and throw it deep to him.
Yeah, the first game, Max Matulski really broke
Max
out.
Matulski is out there. He's
in the
lined
slot.
up.
Slot right?
Slot right, yep. Hunter Linhart in shotgun.
He's been quiet since him and Linhart showed great chemistry in the first game.
I think Connellsville single covering the receivers here. Down 23-0.
Something
I
needs
think
to happen.
you gotta air the ball
Yep.
out. This gain is 0.
Keep that fire alive under our rear ends.
Even though Guzzi does have a chance to get a big play, when you're down by this much, you have to be in an air-focused offense, trying to get quick scores to at least break the momentum.
No urgency here by our Mustangs.
Nope.
Shotgun. And
He's going to run it here.
Linhart's going to sneak it for about a 4-yard gain.
Looks like that was a
Yeah.
breakdown
Yes.
of a play. Hunter Linhart looked to fake a pass and hand it off to Billy, but Billy did not stay long. Another Connellsville player falls down in agony.
It's number 52.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's,
Chandler DeWitt or DeWitt. I mean, I understand all the cramping on a hot night here. I mean, granted, it was in the 80s when we came down 119 here off the pike, but I mean, the sun has set. It's pretty comfortable, guys. I would
Very comfortable
say.
for
Let
a
me pull out my
September
handy dandy
Friday
cell
night.
phone here, and it's a balmy 72 degrees in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So it's not a humid night or anything. So we have 2:14 left to go.
It looks like that number 52 on the sidelines who's been getting work done all quarter.
59's on the
59,
52's
he's
on the
getting-
field, Matt. 59 here.
He has
yeah.
an IV in his arm.
Yes, he does. He's totally, I mean, dehydration. Yes. I don't know if Garrett can get that in the frame right now, but
That is
if you
something
look
I've
down right
never
there, good
seen.
call, Matt. If you look down on the sidelines, that is an IV getting fluids there, number 59 for the Connellsville Falcons, and that's Tyler Metzger is getting some liquids. Obviously cramping up, getting some.
Yeah, he played very hard in the first quarter and showed results with it. So
Yes, you never like to see anyone getting an IV on the
No.
sidelines. So,
And that is something I have never seen before.
No, I agree. So 3rd and 5, obviously got to be 2-down territory for the
Has
Mustangs.
to be.
If they don't make it. I think Connellsville's coming with a blitz here, guys.
yeah, they are.
Hunter Linhart throws it over to number 2, Reed Martin, and he's
And-
brought down by number 8
Looks
around
like
the
for the
34-yard
Falcons,
line.
Thomas, or Cade Thomas.
Looks like Cade Thomas, number 8 on the Falcons, slipped, and if Reed Martin was able to stay on
Spin
his
a little
feet,
faster, and if he was
he
staying
was
on feet.
gone,
Yeah,
and
he
he
was
slipped
spinning,
as
he's
well.
still running.
On the offensive line,
he's still running, maybe.
yeah, the offensive line managed to make sure nobody broke through on that one. That's something they haven't been able to do in the past couple games. So it's a place to start.
So they move the chains here.
Low snap.
Looks-
Screen pass to
To
Billy
Guzzi.
To Billy Guzzi.
Breaks
He's
one
able
man, breaks another one in about a 6-yard
Got a
gain.
gain of about 7 yards, but another big thing about that play, he was able to get out of bounds.
We got 2 Mustangs injured on a play, guys. It's,
Oh,
I see
geez,
that.
Man, how many injuries have we seen?
and these are all just since the second half started.
Run out of bounds by Connellsville.
Yeah, that's 77 there.
77, that's Aiden Wetmore came back in. He's still a little dinged up. I didn't see the other number.
Yeah,
He's still on the ground.
He walks off in his own power, but someone else is on the ground right now.
He tried to walk off onto his own power, but he just collapsed.
There was also a lot of injuries the other night, but against Gateway, but those were more spread out throughout the game. These are all coming in one quick flux
Oh,
Yeah.
big time.
since halftime.
This game has had it all,
Yeah, very interesting
besides
night to say the
Mustang
least.
touchdowns.
Throughout the game, as well as the journey to the game, it's been very interesting.
you can see if Garrett can get the sidelines. Matt, we see a couple of the Connellsville players actually holding the IV up now.
Yep.
I mean, I'm kind of a little worried here about this Tyler Metzger on the
The
sidelines.
Mustang that was injured, that was
Number 68.
Adam Garvin walks off right now. No visible limp, so
Kind of a slight one.
Yeah,
you can
I
see.
too am worried about number 59 on the Connellsville Falcons. He's been
for how long he's been there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you'd like to think if it was really serious, like an ambulance would pull in and onto because there's one right here in the end zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pull onto the track, but I guess he's still dehydrated.
Plum
deep
goes
ball,
deep.
number
Pass.
10. Oh,
Mac it looks like he lost it at the end there.
yeah, that was Ryan Hubner. He was the intended receiver on that play. Covered by number 7 for the Falcons.
He was open. He just maybe lost it in the lights.
You know what? That's a valid point. He kind of broke free a little bit. It seemed to be Hunter checked down or, off,
He was
or
there.
checked off to him, and he looked up. And
I'll be curious on what Plum decides to do. 3rd and 3 here.
The depot accuracy for the quarterback as well as the receivers trying to get to the balls have
Looks for
been
a
a
pass.
big issue.
First down.
Little hook play right there. First down.
Clock does stop. 1:17 in the third quarter. I think Plum now going to little urgency now, guys. Plum going a little bit hurry up offense here as Linhart takes him to the line, almost right at midfield to 46.
Arnold Linhart takes the snap here. Another low snap.
That's a false start there. It looked like the ball was snapped.
We
Can't
cannot
afford
catch
to go,
a break.
Yeah, can't afford to go backwards here, guys. It's,
5-yard penalty.
see Max Matulski
like-
now, guys, in the slot on
Yep.
our side. Trips to the left.
Hunter Linhart has a
some room to
lot of
run.
room right
Boy,
there.
Look at him
Gets
go.
past the 50 up to the
Oh, that's a
line.
flag. He tackled him out of bounds. That's an unsportsmanlike conduct
Has to
penalty.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was very dirty play there.
yeah.
The flag does come out because I feel like the ref might have heard Mr. Barad
Sorry.
and was
That's Gabe McCrum, who was
Well, come on now. In the NFL, if you touch someone when they're like 1 foot outside the out
They're
of bounds,
tossed
you get
out
a
of the
flag.
game.
Yeah.
And he tackled him on the track.
Yeah,
Seems
I
like-
agree.
I mean, come on, back me up here. I'm not.
No,
I totally
I'm
agree.
100% behind you.
Then again, in the NFL this year, it seems like if you touch anyone, you get a
No,
penalty.
absolutely. And you do
Yep.
that to protect the quarterback and everything. So that has to be what, the 4th or 5th unsportsmanlike conduct in this game, at least 4.
26-yard line.
Just for Connellsville.
So Plum on the 26, 58 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Let's hope they can.
Connellsville has 12 players on the field. Number 75 runs off.
They've had many opportunities like this. They need to try to take advantage this time.
Earl Linhart steps back, is getting rushed again.
uh,
Throws it up.
Oh, he's open.
Out of bounds,
yeah.
incomplete.
looks like the main goal was to throw it away, but with a slight chance that someone could catch
It just-
it. Sorry, didn't.
It seems like
Completely
anytime
throw it
we
up.
get within the 30-yard line, a man from the Falcons breaks through, and Linhart ends up running back to the 40.
Yeah, this seems to be the
They've not been able to hold off their pressure at all.
seems to be the zone the D-line of the Falcons is best in.
You know what?
Best
I
game in
consider
3
running
years.
here. Here's my play call. You ready?
I'm ready.
I run a screen pass to Billy Guzzi.
See what he can do.
See what he can do. They're putting pressure. They're gonna rush 4 or 5.
Plus, on the majority of the screen passes, Guzzi's
Oh,
converted.
Wow, that is not
Right
something
through the
you
hands
do
of
not like
Ryan
to see.
Hubner.
Pass in and out of the arms of the receiver.
Boy, Hubner was right there at the 18-yard line.
The completion
too.
percentage for Linhart today, whether it's his fault or the receiver's fault, is just really low.
3rd and 10 on the Connellsville 31-yard line. 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Hunter Linhart in shotgun, trips to his right. takes the snap,
Blitz.
looks to pass, steps up in the pocket, and
Number-
is taken down by number 77 for the sack.
Big boy number 71, Christopher Smiley with the sack there.
Has to
Yeah.
go for it.
They have no other choice then but to go for it.
Especially with how the kickers have been playing recently. I don't think they would be able to make one from this far.
You know what? This is makeable also. Hunter, I
Yeah.
mean, Hunter got sacked. It's at the 32-yard line. I mean, he has to get to the 18. So the scoreboard says 4th and 16. It's more like 14. Makeable play. 7 seconds left to go. Hunter got to get the ball off. 5 seconds left. 2 seconds left.
They get it off with 1 second remaining.
Flag.
Flag on the play.
Oh,
His
And
heads.
oh, picked off.
No,
Nope, dropped
in and out of
his
two
hands.
Connellsville players' hands.
It's going to be
Flag
holding.
is down.
Legal shift against the Mustangs.
But there is a flag on the play.
It's legal shift against the Mustangs. But that should still be a turnover on down.
Yeah, the Falcons are most likely going to decline the penalty.
Yes,
get
decline. First down for the Falcons as we start the fourth quarter.
Penalty, and they take over. 1st and 10 on their own. 32-yard line. That is the end of the third quarter with the score. Connellsville 23, Plum 0.
So we have a little break while the teams switch sides to begin the fourth quarter.
Yeah, looks
Still
like
23-0 Connellsville.
just you and me right now. I've
Yep.
been
I mean, you got to think that the Plum offense, their passing game needs to work on something because they're closing in on 2 straight games without scoring a single point, and that's just unacceptable, especially against a team like Connellsville.
yeah.
Against Gateway, it's still not good, but you can understand it a bit more. But the Falcons are a team that you should be even with, if not better than, and that's what the Mustangs came in thinking. So far, they just haven't been able to do anything with it.
It looks that way on paper, but Connellsville really showed up here tonight. You can tell they're playing with their heart. The fan base is really into it.
Yep, they've got their 5 big players destroying the Mustangs right now.
Yeah, and it looks like then we didn't see this. Josh Mayer is out back from what looked like a sudden cramp earlier, so that's good to see he's back.
Very scary when he went down. It's good to see him back in the game.
Nothing serious. Drops back.
Gets
And-
blitzed by Seth
Yeah.
Norcutt, number 24, with a big loss.
And sack for about, looks like a loss of
7.
Again, I just do not understand why Connellsville has not just run the ball. Gone under center,
Yeah, they can
in the I formation,
around
give the ball to
11:30
their
left.
running back.
11:30 left. They can run the clock very low just by
It's
running
almost
it.
like they're trying to let us come back in the game, and we're just not capitalizing.
Yeah.
Especially with how the running back has been getting through our defense. They can get some big games as well as run out the clock.
Yeah, they haven't given I don't think they've given their running back a chance at all. The Bodie Stonebreaker. He hasn't shown anything not
Drops back
untrustworthy.
to
And
pass,
yeah, they're going to
gets
pass
rushed
again.
Oh,
so
wow,
close
that
to being
was
picked off there by number 18.
number 18, Nathan Toth, almost had a wide open pick 6 if he was just able to hang on to it. That could have changed the game, guys. That was maybe the play that we needed.
I think that's just more what everybody's talking about, that the Mustangs have just gotten always chances. They've had penalties, 15-yard penalties twice on the second end of the second quarter where they could have got a touchdown and they didn't capitalize. First and goal on the 2-yard line, and you have that play right there. I mean, that was a very hard play for Nathan Toth. No to get me wrong.
I agree.
But
They drop back again, is rushed.
Oh, out of the hands of
In and
number
out of the
15,
hands.
Jared Azias.
Again, I understand why he passed that, but he had wide open room just to run and get almost a first down by himself.
And if you do run, you even
It
stop the
stopped-
clock if you still get the
exactly.
4th down. Or
If
don't stop
if
the
he
clock,
runs
sorry.
it, the clock is continuously running. He passes it, the clock stops.
I think, to be honest, it's just like they're getting starstruck by having a biggest lead, big of a lead as this.
And they might even just be trying to expand it, try to rub it in a bit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a short kick.
Very short
close
kick.
to around
That's
the
gonna
50-yard line.
go. That's gonna go right in the C
the-
Takes a
there.
Connellsville bounce for about 7 yards.
So they'll be starting. Mustangs will be starting on their own 40-yard line.
So, I mean, it would look like it was not going to be a very good punt. Actually took a very good bounce, so now the Mustangs still in great field position at the Mustang 41. And as the Plum marching band try to get this Mustang offense to wake up a little bit and try to convert with 10:53 left, is a hard task to tackle, but if you're the Mustangs and you have the will to win, you can get a touchdown within a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and hopefully your defense stops them.
Hunter Linhart takes back.
And
is
he's
sacked.
going to be
Oh,
sacked
man.
again. He had 5 guys on him. There.
Yeah.
2 guys around his leg, and another 2 just came in and knocked him down.
Number 75 there.
I just do
coming in
not
to finish
understand it. It almost looks like our offensive line just quits after 3
Yeah.
seconds.
Even in the last game, they just keep letting the defensive line through in seconds almost.
Plum Mustangs.
Linhart. Oh.
And that
Through
one's
the
almost
hands of
picked
the
up.
receiver to the hands of the cornerback, but bobbled or through the hands of both. Ends up in the ground. Third and 15 with 10:20 to go. Falcons are up in the Plum Mustangs 23-0.
So as Hunter Linhart steps in the shotgun, 2 receivers on both sides.
Takes the snap, drops back.
Decides
Is
to run
rushed
with it, gets
again.
Yep.
breaks out 1 tackle, misses another tackle. They brought him down,
Back on the sack.
which makes absolutely no sense because Hunter kept going.
I think his knee might have actually hit the ground when the first guy got to him. Because it looked like
I'm
he
not
went
sure
down
by
a
the-
little bit.
But the reaction of Hunter Linhart was a reaction I have never seen out of
And
him.
as number 58 for Connellsville hits the ground again, that is our 5th or 6th injury now.
There is good news on the Connellsville sidelines. Number 59, who was getting pumped with IV, is on the sidelines running up and down, getting
Oh.
warmed up for maybe a re-entrance, which would be extremely
Extraordinary.
surprising.
So with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter, we are taking a little injury break for number 58, who's closer to 35 on the Mustang side of the field.
And if Connellsville gets Metzger back, based on how he was playing in the first quarter, that could honestly just shut the Mustangs up entirely.
Yeah, you can see one of their best defensive linemen, Cameron, is down right now. He's been getting through the line all night. Big man hitting a lot. So, I mean, so that would be a big loss to their defensive line. Is
Exactly 10 minutes left to go.
For the
Yeah.
Mustangs to just get a point on the board. Because if you go 2 straight games with a shutout,
3 straight games. Always.
no, they got 14
Now we got
points on
7 against Franklin.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one.
Yes, we got 7 against Franklin.
I mean,
scored
still
late.
7 points in 3 games is unacceptable.
No, and I mean, Plum's beat up a little bit, guys, but still, I mean, this was a winnable game, and I don't know what to say. If you'd have told me every day of the week that it would be 23-0 with 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, I would have told you every single day that Plum would be ahead 23-0.
Yeah, and
So-
the first game of the season, the wide receiving core was playing incredibly. All 3 of the running backs were standing out. Now, recently, you've lost 2 of the running backs. You still have Guzzi performing well, but the wide receiving core seem to have just fallen apart.
I think it's just because maybe it's everyone's confidence has just been deteriorated, especially against Fraser and Franklin, where they get destroyed. The only time they get a touchdown was like with 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter when pretty much they had backups in for Franklin. And last week it is absolutely obliterated 61-0 against Gateway, which is agreed the #1 team in the state. But And with 23-0 with 10 minutes left against Connellsville, that's something that the
Fourth
Mustangs
and
can be
19.
Even
so-
with that point, the Mustangs came in with confidence against Connellsville, but I honestly think that they just used that confidence to underestimate them instead of pumping themselves up like they should have. Short pass, dropped the
I think they're going to get set up there to do a hook and ladder because Guzzi was coming around the behind. So Plum turns the ball over, and the
Connellsville gets it on the Mustangs
yeah,
32.
they get it deep and deep.
This gives you some a chance to pile it on.
Yeah, deep in Plum territory here.
9:48 left
32.
in the game.
And I would be stunned if Connellsville throws the ball. You would
Yeah, there's no
assume
reason to.
No, there isn't. And we see Mayer back in at quarterback here, guys. Josh Mayer back in after that hard hit, and we assumed he cramped up.
They do hand it
off
off.
to Stonebreaker.
Looks like he got stuffed right around the line, maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
With Connellsville, they are in an incredible field position. If they get at least a field goal or a touchdown, they pretty much make it a 4-score game for the Mustangs. And with 9:30 left in the fourth quarter, that's pretty
Yeah,
much
it puts it out of reach.
that puts out of reach, like Mr. Roth just said.
Yeah, I mean, if Plum's going to win this game tonight, guys, they're going to need to get extremely lucky. They got to score 3 touchdowns in 9 minutes. They got to get the ball back first. They're going to need a turnover. They're going to need 2 quick scores, and I don't know if that's going to happen. So
I mean, it is possible, but you're going to need the wide receivers to step up for that to happen. Billy Guzz is going to need to break another big play or a few.
we're down now to under 9 minutes to go in the game. Connellsville's looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, it's not about winning for the Mustangs anymore. It's just about getting any points up on the board.
Game's not over yet. Not over yet. It's
still
and
pretty
5.
They're still pretty a lot of time. They just need to make sure that they stop them on this drive.
Someone needs to make a play for the Mustangs, and it has to happen sooner rather than later. And there's
And it looks like a false start.
That's a false start there. It looked like number 78 for the Falcons, Cameron King. So he's the right guard. So that will make it a full 3rd and 10. You know, that's a big penalty, guys, because that kind of pushes Connellsville. I mean, we saw their kicker. Their kicker has a real good leg. Kind of pushes Connellsville back a little bit to their 34.
Yeah, that would have to, if I'm in this spot, like a 48-yard field goal attempt.
Yes. So see the Falcons come out here. Twins on each side.
Goes for the
As Barry comes
pass,
back.
and he's going to
Sides
rush
are
right to the
wide
center.
open.
Wow.
Nobody there, almost, if
Slides
not getting
down
the
for
first down.
First down. Yeah, that's definitely a first in my opinion.
Down to about the 19-yard
Yep, first
line.
down.
Good for the Falcons, first down.
They just can't leave the center of the field that open.
And with that first down, the Falcons could at least erase a minute and a half off the clock. So that just makes this challenge for the Mustangs a lot harder.
Yeah.
It'd be really good right now if there was a turnover for the Mustangs.
Well, that might be the only way they can hang in it here. And Connellsville's still
But
passing the ball,
Oh,
which I'm
sack.
stunned.
That's
That you're
number.
not-
That's Seth Norcutt in there.
But like,
28.
I mean, right after halftime, they had that big interception, and they still couldn't take advantage of it.
That was very true.
Why are you not running the ball? Why would you still try to pass? I am totally stunned
I don't
at
know.
the play calling.
Like, unless you're just trying to be overconfident and just run it in on the Mustangs. Just to,
Yeah,
like, rack up score
maybe.
points.
I don't understand, but that could backfire. You get a quick
Yeah.
defensive touchdown, and all of a sudden, it's it's a little nerve-wracking.
Mayer
And
makes the connection to,
looks like got the first down.
I think it was number 6, Blake Lancaster. We've been calling him out all night here, whether it be on defense or offense.
7-yard line.
First and goal on the 7 now.
For the Falcons. 15-yard pass play.
My opinion, just run it. If you get it in, you get a touchdown. Worst case scenario, you end up with a field goal.
I think if you're Plum, now you're pushing 6.5 minutes left to go. I don't know if you send Hunter Linhart back out. You might just run the ball and
Or maybe give Ryan Huberner another shot.
Yeah.
He didn't perform too well against Gateway, but give him a shot against a defense that's not quite as great,
Pass intended for Rogers.
and he might be able to step up his game and show us what he has.
Brings up second down.
So off the incomplete pass, it's now 2nd and goal on the 7 for the Falcons,
Why not just run it?
honestly.
All they got to do is just run it here.
Yeah, you basically have the game in the bag. There's no reason to keep aerating it.
Yeah.
I agree. Unless you want to run it up, it makes no sense to me.
Mayer
And
throwing it to
Fouled out of bounds.
out to Jalen Rogers. And yeah, it's a receiver we've been seeing all game long. Has 2 touchdowns right now.
Rogers
Bobbled
is a
and
very
dropped.
incredible talent.
So
Oh, yeah.
6:29 left to go, guys, in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. We'll set the table for you. Connellsville up 23-0, looking for their first win in 3 years. As we have a timeout on the field now by the Falcons. So any type of points here is detrimental for the Mustangs. So be interesting to see if Matt Morgan sends out a blitz or not.
Plum Band is doing the roller coaster right now.
Well, 6:29 left to go in the 4th.
3rd and goal, still on the 7-yard line for the Falcons.
See what Josh Mayer here comes out with.
Shotgun, 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And he's going to pass again. And gets sacked.
Gets sacked.
14-yard line.
That's Seth Norcutt.
Is that his 3rd sack of the game now?
It's at least his 2nd, Evan.
Yeah.
He had the 2 on this drive, and I think he might have had 1, if not 2, beforehand.
So the Falcons will kick it here. We know that Gage Jalot has a real good leg, so he's setting up here at the 22. So this will be a 32-yard field goal attempt.
Yep, Gage Galot today. He's played kicker, he's played quarterback, he's played wide receiver,
Yeah,
and he's
he's
played on defense, and he's been burning the Mustangs in all of those.
Not at all. That's straight down the middle, guys. Oh, no. Wow. I was
saw
off
it go
there.
I saw it go
Holy
wide left. That's
mackerel.
why I started
Yeah, I
doing
saw
the
that too.
animation.
I saw it go right over the left pole there.
Yeah, it looked pretty far left for me.
I looked from this angle. It was right down the middle.
I saw it curve left a little bit, so
So the Mustangs get the ball on their own 15-yard line.
Well, Plum needs 3 touchdowns, guys, so
I
they got to
say
score and score quick. They're going to need to score immediately within a minute or 2, get an onside kick, score, get another onside kick,
Yep.
and score.
I think with their main offense being so ineffective, give the other underclassmen a shot, see if they can spark something.
He has to go deep. He needs to keep in the running back. Connellsville will rush 3 or 4. He needs to send Max Matolsky out deep or Reed Martin and just throw it out there, and someone needs to make a play.
So far, the deep connections have not been there in the game, so it's a risky play to try.
Linhart sacked by number 44 right here. Oh.
Waiting for the signal on who it is.
I think Plum's got the ball back, guys.
Yeah.
Pointing for the Mustangs ball.
But that was a loss of 10. Plum has to get up to the 30. I think they're on the 10.
2nd and 20 now, deep in their own zone. Yeah, about the 10-yard line.
Hunter Linhart throwing
Pass
over
to the
here
outside.
to Matolsky.
About a gain of 8 to 10 yards.
Yeah, he got about 8, Evan. So it should be Now 3rd and 12, which is still makeable. We're under 5 minutes to go. 4:40-ish left on the clock, running clock as it's ticking down. Obviously, Plum has to be 4-down territory unless Hunter gets sacked.
And
he just
he
has
will
no
be fumbled now.
Time to
And
recovery is
Connellsville,
taken in by
touchdown
number 50.
Falcons.
Fumble recovery taken in for a touchdown. That's number 50.
Well, I mean, the bright
Damon
side.
Moss.
The bright side of that is the Mustangs will get the ball right back to try again to get down the field.
I don't think. I just think that the Mustangs are so beat up and injured, guys. I just think they just have to run out the clock and they have to get out of here before they suffer any more losses. Is just a defensive touchdown there by the Falcons, and with 4:31 left to go here in the game, it is now 29-0 Falcons.
And I have yet to commentate a single point for the Mustangs yet.
Sorry, Evan.
Almost 2 full games.
No, Franklin.
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. You weren't there for Franklin.
Yep.
Evan, you might be a curse or something. We don't know. Might not
Yeah,
have to
you
come to the
could
next
be.
one.
Penalties declined. We'll again line up for the extra point. Gage Gillette out of the window. Mayor holding this time.
Oh, I saw someone threw a flag. Looked like it at least. And yep, that's gonna be good kick, making it 30-0 with 4:30 left.
For Plum, it's just get any score to get the confidence up.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. That's all about it right now, scoring. Can't go have 2 shutouts, especially not one Connellsville.
Just your running game is so effective that when your wide receivers are as off as they are, it's just one of those things that really haunts you. Because if we had our wide receivers even marginally better than they've been playing, we could easily be in some of these games. And part of that has to do with the offensive line. But when you guys get open, you have to be able to hit them.
Well, Evan, I mean, they are the Mustangs are beat up. They do have a whole host of injuries, players playing at different positions, and Connellsville has taken advantage of that. It's definitely a different Mustang team that came out and put it to the Golden Rams of Highlands. And right now, I mean, Plum thought they would come in here and walk all over Connellsville, and it's exact opposite has happened.
Prime example of playing down to your competition here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely. Another great kick, and that's going to be a touchback again.
Bouncing in the end zone.
Launch kick into the end zone. Plum will start at their 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
So Mustangs with 4 minutes, 31 seconds to go. You got to think they're going to try to just put something on the board.
Oh yeah, they need to get something here.
Hunter Linhart looks like still back in.
Hands it off to most likely Guzzi, and he's going to break
Yeah.
through the defense. Still
still
stays
up.
up
Still running.
Cut to the
past
right.
midfield,
All I need is a block here, but number 11.
and he gets up to the 34-yard line. Incredible run.
Biggest play of the game right there.
Jalen Rogers pushing him out of bounds.
That's like about a 50-yard run almost.
What I love to see about him is no matter what the score is, he always keeps running.
Yeah, Billy Guzzi in this game definitely broke
I just
out.
want to say one thing for what seems to be Connellsville's first win in 3 years. Looks like their student section, some of them might have left.
No, Matt, I think they're
Yeah.
all here, and they were
I'm not
loud and
sure.
excited tonight. And Matt, you know what? Great win for the Falcons, and the student section probably urged them on a little bit also. So
Kind of like our win against Highlands with the Plum student section, wouldn't you say? Yes,
what was
I
that,
would.
Matt? Say
Yep.
that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, our Plum student section did
Very
well for
loud
that
this year. I've been surprised.
They've been a little boisterous. Unfortunately, we're unable to hear them in the press box.
With the way you're angled and your headsets and everything, which is unfortunate because the rest of the stadium can.
Because you're so loud, I guess
Yep.
it's a little deafening that the sound goes right over us.
It's very surprising.
Guzzi for another handoff,
For the
gets the
first
first
down.
down there. You got to think now, because based on the injuries, it looks like Preston Sunday is going to be out for a fairly good amount. And we don't know when Jimmy Schropp will be available back, but even then, I think Billy Guzzi's earned the starting job from how he's played in this game and the game prior. So yet another good chance for the Mustangs to score. Hopefully they can do it on this one. 1st and 10 on the 23. And handed off to Guzzi.
Billy Guzzi.
Breaks through for about a 10-yard gain. No, he's still up.
Pushing him. O-line pushing him through there.
And he's up to almost the 10-yard line there. First down Mustangs.
Yeah. I give the O-line credit for that one, just shoving him through, but it's not as much credit as I give
Yeah, it
Billy
looked like he got brought down there, but he managed to stay.
Timeout officials.
Seems to be number 59 again, Tyler Metzger down, and he's been fighting cramps all night. But there's a Plum player down. I can't see the number, guys, because the white on whites are just
Yeah, Metzger spent
brutal.
almost 2 full quarters, if not more than that, laying on the bench with an IV. He came back in, seemed like he was feeling good, but now he's back down. Mustangs with a very good opportunity now. 1st and goal on the 9-yard line.
Yeah, Cooper Obel's coming off limping to the sidelines a little bit after getting injured in the last play.
Is this as far as we've been in the zone all game?
Yeah, I believe this is as far as we've been all game. We at the first quarter, at the very start, we came somewhere close, but I don't think we were this close.
At this point, I think give Billy Guzzi the chance on the first 2 plays to drive it in because he definitely has the ability to get through for the 9 yards.
Oh, yeah.
motion.
Is that going to be on the offense or the defense here?
It's on the offense there, Evan.
Yeah.
And right back out of the goal zone. So that's going to move us back to the 14-yard line. Still doable, slightly less what you'd want, though.
They gotta play smart. Gotta stop getting these dumb penalties, man.
Calling it actually. Called a legal substitution, guys, against Connellsville. So they're going to move the ball down half the distance to the goal line. They're going to place the ball to 4.5. So it should be 1st and goal from the 5. So
Okay, so now it's even better than we had it.
yes. So it looks like Plum, Evan, we might end your scoreless streak here if they're able to punch this in. So I'm really excited for you. So we'll hand over the play-by-play duties, and I'll serve it up to you so you can bring us home for the score.
Let's hope we can break my curse on the Mustangs.
Yes.
Don't jinx it, Evan.
Yeah, definitely don't jinx it, Evan.
If they throw an interception, I'm probably just going to walk off.
And you know what? I mean, Plum might go for the extra point. I mean, they might go for 2. They do have all 3 of their timeouts left. Be interesting if they score here and recover the onside kick and get another quick score. They draw within 2 touchdowns with maybe 2 minutes to go. Not saying they have a chance, but they do make it a little bit interesting with their all 3 of their timeouts.
In shotgun. Hands it off to Guzzi. He's going around the corner. And pushed out of
Ooh.
bounds at the
It's gonna
6-yard
be-
line.
It's going to be holding against the Mustangs right
Oh.
there at the 4-yard line. So that's going to move.
Right back to the 9-yard line where we started.
No, it's going to go actually 10 yards
10
back,
yards?
Evan. Yeah. So
Okay.
that will move them back to the. It's a spot foul. So that should move them back
To like
to the
16,
Well,
17.
it was at the 4 or 5, so
Oh.
they'll move it back to the 15.
Penalty will be marked off.
So from the 9 to the 4 to the 15, all without a play.
15-yard line. Where it is, first
Guzzi unofficially is well over 100 yards tonight. Does have 139 yards.
Very great performance by
Very
him.
good performance tonight. He's one of Plum's stars.
And hands it off again to Guzzi. He's
they're
going to be
gonna get him.
stuffed down,
Swarm of
maybe a
tacklers
1-yard
there.
gain.
And I don't think Matt Morgan here is going to call a timeout. Just going to let that clock dwindle down now.
Yeah.
It's second and a good
initial stop on the play.
13.
He still has the 2-minute warning.
No, there's
to
no
wait for it
2-minute
before he-
warning here in high school football. Evan, sorry.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay.
Along with
Okay then.
Cameron King.
So,
Second down. Gain of
bit
about
behind the
2 yards.
13-yard line. Once again lined up in the shotgun. And they'll go for the pass this time. Screen to Guzzi. He's open. And gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
Run down to about the 12-yard line. Third down and goal.
So it's now 3rd and goal on the 12.
Obviously, Plum's going to go for it as we're now down under a minute and a half. This is a long game. We're pushing 3 hours now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Take snap, and it's going to be dropped.
Flag. It's
flag
going to
now.
be defensive holding or pass interference against the Falcons, and so
That'll be
that'll
half the
be
distance, right?
yes. It'll be well if it's pass interference, Evan. It'll be
Yeah.
15 yards. So
Which would take us to the 6. If
yes,
it's 15,
it
they'd
should.
go half the distance to
15.
the
They
goal.
were on the 12, so yes, they will go down to the 6. It'll be 1st and goal Mustangs with a minute 15 left. Interesting play calls coming up. I would run it, but you run it, that's going to definitely take the clock down under a minute.
Yeah.
As they do place it at the 6. Official blows his whistle, starts the 25-second
We'll
shot
see the
clock,
formation that the
which
Mustangs line up in. And looks like they're
Trips.
going to stick with the shotgun.
trips to the right. One wide receiver to the left.
And they're going to go for the pass. Over.
And that's a
Caught for the
touchdown.
Mustangs touchdown.
That looks to be number 11, Jackson Marzek with the touchdown reception.
And that's Plum's first score in almost 2 games now. Lucky to break it with a minute left. So,
Well, Evan, it looks like
Plum's
that's
gonna
your
go
first
for
touchdown,
2.
is it now?
Sorry, Garrett. Plum will go for 2. Plum will go for, I'm assuming, an onside kick.
Plum is going for 2-point conversion.
As I was saying, Evan, that's your first touchdown, witnessing it as a high school commentator.
so I'm not a curse anymore. We can break
Yeah.
that.
Well, we don't know about that.
True.
Just not a
And
curse
incomplete
to,
on the 2-point conversion.
Incomplete.
Just in front of the
1
receiver.
minute, 9 seconds remaining in the game. Plum.
So do you think that Plum's just going to give the ball to Connellsville to run out, or
No,
go for
what?
an onside kick?
You know what? It's interesting. I don't know. You know what? I think Plum is going to try for an onside kick.
Yeah, 'cause
And obviously, if Connellsville gets it, Plum has 3 timeouts left. I think they'll just run it out, and that will be it. I mean, it's late already. We've been here for 4 hours, but I'm
Yeah.
just stunned at the game and the outcome. So we can probably start our post-game show now, guys, as Plum gets ready to kick off. I think they will try an onside kick. If they recover, it might be a little exciting here, see if they can get a quick second score.
just to bring the confidence up.
And look forward to next week. They'll play on Saturday against the McKeesport Tigers. And then the Plum will be at home the following week, homecoming weekend, against the Penn Trafford Warriors. So those are the next 2 games. So Plum with a little 2-game road trip here, and we see the Connellsville Falcon mascot running on the sidelines, waving the big flag, the big C. Plum doesn't send everyone to one side. Connellsville expecting an onside kick. They have 10 players here, right up on the within 5 yards.
And no, they go for the regular kick.
Drops it in at the 15.
And
he
breaks through. One man to beat. He trips over the.
I think he tripped on the emblem.
Yeah.
You guys agree with that?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think he tripped over the C.
But he tripped up another 5 yards, so.
Yes, that's because he was flying right through everyone.
Just launched.
Yeah, broke right through.
Yeah, so with 1:01 left to go, I can't see Plum stopping the clock here, guys. I would assume that they will, Connellsville will run a play. I'm assuming it's going to be a run, and it might run 2, and that should be it for the game.
Yeah, there's no reason for Connellsville to try to score anymore. With a minute left,
you can
just kneel it out.
No, I agree, Evan. Most of the student section is left for the Falcons. Most of the people in front of us have left. The Connellsville band still here.
And they look like they're just going to kneel it down.
Yes, Plum band still here also, as they're starting to lift their instruments as they take the knee.
Especially with all the injuries.
With
the risk at all.
So, I mean, tough game for the Mustangs. I don't know what else to say. Billy Guzzi with a good night. Hunter and Linhart with a little bit off. I mean, Plum has to work on the snaps back to the quarterback, obviously.
Definitely.
Defense has to tighten up, but boy, the next 2 weeks are going to be brutal matchups, guys, against the Tigers and the Warriors. So hopefully, Plum, a little beat up, can get healthier here for the second half of the season, because after that, the schedule softens up tremendously, because you have Albert Gallatin, you have Latrobe, you have Hempfield, and Bell Vernon before that, which is a big one, and then Hempfield. So the schedule does soften up after the next 2 weeks. Great win, though, for the Falcons, guys. The Falcons not having won a game since 2015. Well-deserved victory tonight. Do you guys have anything else to add?
I'd just like to add for the Mustangs some other issues they've been having. Their offensive line looks like towards the end of the game they got together better than they have been, but also, with Hunter Linhart and the wide receivers, the chemistry they had in Week 1 just seems to have dissipated, and they can't really connect on much right now.
No, but they'll have to get better, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they just have to get better.
And then also the kicking field goals. The kickers, they looked like they had a lot of potential coming into the season. Haven't been able to make many so far. Anything to add, Garrett?
I don't think Plum has a necessarily a bad defense. I just think that they make mistakes sometimes, and usually the mistakes end up being big plays for the other team. So they really have to work on that, in my opinion. Also, getting snaps to the quarterback. We've seen a lot of bad snaps today, whether it be too high, too low, or just through the hands. Definitely something you need to work on.
Yeah,
all of them are killer plays.
Almost 8 snaps go over the head of the quarterback.
Yeah, the snaps are a problem, but hopefully Plum, they'll have a week to work on it and an extra day as they go out for McKeesport's homecoming next Saturday. So without further ado, once again, the final score tonight, we have your Connellsville Falcons with the upset tonight, and congratulations to them on their first victory since 2015.
Conference victory.
And conference victory, 30-6 over our Mustangs. Good night, everybody.